Another exciting episode of the Terrorisk podcast.
No, say that again.
Fuck. Okay. Hello, Chris. Welcome to another exciting episode of the Terrorisk podcast. This is Richie. This is Chris. This is Carmen. Let's go on.
All right, cool. This episode is going to be all about Carmen. I told Carmen that I would do an interview specifically about him. This is going to be an expose about Carmen, a digital video expose about Carmen Prince, the co-host, the beloved co-host of Terrorisk podcast.
Am I the second most common person to appear on this?
No, you're the most common.
Oh. Who comes next and how often have they appeared?
No one else at this point. I used to have a lot more other guests, but now it's like I focused all my efforts entirely on facilitating you on the podcast. Me, well, also Richie. Like, honestly, I do rather have it a 3-man thing than a 2-man thing. But I understand, like, you know, if Richie has other shit going on, I'd still, like, you know, because you came first. But then if there was another third man that I'd want after that, it's always going to be Richie. Like,
Thank you.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, I'm building it by chronological order. It's like first, you know, I chose Carmen, then I chose Richie. Well, we both collectively chose Richie. Yeah. And then hopefully the three of us, maybe we could choose like some like annoying autistic girl or something to be the fourth man, you know?
Yeah.
No,
eventually grow to a Chapo Trap House level of number of members.
I hate. All right,
I do too. Honestly.
Before we get into you, I just want to say I'm not a fan of the Chapo Trap House boys because they were wrong about everything, and they were so smug about it. They were. You didn't get Bernie. You didn't get Hillary. You got Trump twice. Like, fuck you, man. Fuck you, Chapo Trap House boys. You guys suck. Like, you guys suck. Honestly, you fucking dirtbag leftist motherfuckers. Like, you were so fucking sure. You were so... I get why. It's because, let's be honest, leftists are more educated, generally speaking, than people on the right. I can't lie.
I think their affectation, their predictions allow them to live within a left-wing social sphere during Trump.
But also, the only people who would be competent enough to facilitate something like a public, pseudo public forum, like a podcast, you know, no one would be able to do it. No person on the right who's worried about like getting the right like clothes from Target, you know, like the rightest, like, oh, like Duck Dynasty watching motherfucker. Like, none of those motherfuckers would have known how to do that. So I get why they were so prominent in that regard, but still, they were fucking wrong.
Everything's in New York. So you can write an article about it more than...
They were still fucking wrong, the Chapo boys. Fucking A. Anyway, back to you, Carmen. We could float around, but it's always gonna tie back to you in some way. I'll make sure of it. But let's start with you. How old are you?
I'm 35.
When's your birthday?
January 21st.
What year?
1990.
1990?
Mm-hmm.
So you're like 1 year older than me?
Yeah, January 21st, 1990. Yeah.
Damn.
10 years before
that's
the
a good year to be born, honestly, 1990.
I saw the end of the millennium.
Where were you born?
I was born in Newcastle, Maine.
Do you identify with the place you were born with?
Not at all. I don't. I mentioned Maine a bunch, but I feel... No, I only found it incredibly boring and unpleasant to be there as a boy.
Why? Why was it unpleasant, I mean, specifically?
I wanted to be around other people, particularly other kids, and there just weren't any. And then I was homeschooled, and everything is so old and so quiet, so little to do.
Did you ever have a period in your childhood where you were around like enough people in your perspective? Never?
Never.
You know what? I empathize with that because I felt the same way, but not for the same reasons. It's not because I lived in Maine. It's because I was an Asian kid, right. and my Gen X borderline boomer family were intent on keeping me isolated from society. So even being in New York growing up as a teenager, I just want you to know you could have easily fallen into an isolated pattern. I just want you to know you may have missed out, but you didn't miss out on too much, honestly.
I've heard that and realized that. Reading the graphic novel Black Hole made me realize I didn't really miss out on a normal teenage experience.
No.
Because it wasn't, I mean, there isn't much to miss out on.
Not really. At the end of the day, that's true.
Yeah.
What is the most distraught political event that you would say happened to you in the past 20 years? Well, not to you, but that you witnessed or observed. Like, what made you the most distraught? What was the most distressing, I should say?
I guess Trump getting elected in 2016.
Holy shit.
Because everyone just started acting differently. And I thought I had a pretty good grasp on what was like socially acceptable or not, but I really didn't. And it just, I mean, just corresponded with a bunch of things in my life. But everything just kind of blew up around me. And everyone was getting insane. And I went insane too. It was after a terrible breakup that I was after mentioning and getting on from. But
Did your social circles think like Trump was gonna win at that time?
no, not at all. Only a limited number of people did.
That was pretty epic. I mean, that
It was very epic. It was an incredible night. It's one of the best nights of my life.
I just want to say, like, let's set aside you for a 2nd.
Mhm.
Back to the Chapo boys. Like, could you imagine being like one of those guys and sitting in that room, like realizing like you were gonna be so wrong and Donald Trump was totally gonna win?
Oh. I forget what they said during it because I wasn't paying attention.
I respect them for not going into conspiracy theory, for not immediately it's rigged. The aliens are the ones. It's just not real. It's no way. Like they
made their bones in part by making fun of Russiagate and making fun of boomer Dems.
yeah.
In many ways, Chappell provided a method of people whose parents were like normal Democrats to make sense of it or get along.
That is true. And to kind of like offer a bridge or an olive branch to that generation to understand the younger people.
There's a certain dynamic of Trump administration one. The hysterical tenor of it, the good times continuing to roll from like the end of the Obama era in a lot of ways, the incredible pettiness of many things going on. There is a cultural shift from hipster snobbery to social justice, wokeness, optimism, dominated cultural criticism.
Yeah. So, you posted something on your Twitter earlier. It says, forever YN. I'm assuming that means young nigga.
Yeah,
so,
it means young nigga.
So, forever young nigga. I want to be forever young nigga. Do you really want to thug forever or never? What do you mean by that?
I was just riffing on the song "Forever Young" by Alphaville.
Is that a real song?
Yeah, it's a great song. But it's, forever young. I want to be forever young.
What is your favorite contemporary rap song? Well, when I say contemporary, I really mean postmodern. Like post 2018, I guess. What's your favorite rap song?
Oh, fuck.
Or post 2010. Let's be more generous.
Oh, that's far more generous because then I can.
I think
Hold on. I'm thinking about what song from my beautiful dark twisted fantasy I'd mention.
That sounds good. I wish we could listen to all of it, but maybe we could hear like a little snippet, or maybe I could just play it off my phone. Richard probably knows it. My favorite rap song from the more modern-ish era was fuck. I don't even know what the name of the song is, but it's like, what's the song that goes like, I don't really care if you cry. Saw the way you should have. What's up?
Name.
Fuck. That's still like the coolest song ever to me in my mind. It was by what's his face?
Is it Juice WRLD?
No, I don't think it's Juice WRLD. It's the other guy.
Uzi Vert.
Maybe Devil.
Lil Uzi Vert. Lil Uzi Vert was like, I don't really care if you die. I saw the way she should have looked me in the eye.
I would say like
said,
"Devil
"Baby."
in a New Dress" by Kanye West.
She said, baby, I'm not afraid to die. That's a good fucking song.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why that's a good fucking song is because you could listen to it from the perspective of like the dude. It's like it's multifaceted. You could be like, I am not afraid to die. Like you could see that line as like, oh, is the guy saying it or this is the girl saying it? It's just one of those universally nihilistic songs, like where any young 20-something-year-old on a lot of like alcohol, lean, and weed, and tobacco, and caffeine, and a little sleep, and a little water could probably get down with, like.
Tour Life for you. Tour Life.
Can you pull up the lyrics of that song?
I can play it for you. All right.
Yeah, but I just don't want it to hit. That's definitely gonna hit a copyright.
All right.
Just pull up the lyrics.
Sure.
Yeah.
I just want to read the hook. Look, push me to the edge. All my friends are dead. That's the best part of the song. All my friends. That's the one, honestly, that I felt that heavily because, like, when that song came out, a lot of my friends died. So I was just thinking, like, all my friends are dead. Push me to the edge. All right. So the chorus goes, I don't really care if you cry. On the real, you should have never lied. Should have saw the way she looked me in my eyes. She said, baby, I am not afraid to die. Push me to the edge. All my friends are dead. Push me to the edge. All my friends are dead. Push me to the edge. All my friends are dead. You could put that to the middle screen if you want to show in that. Yeah. The middle screen is the alt screen. Yeah. So yeah, that's a good fucking song. Richie, do you like that song? Because you're a music guy. You like songs. Do you like the song?
That sounds fun when I hear it. Yeah, I'm not in the mood for it, but it's just fun.
You've heard the song, Carmen.
Yes.
Right? I think it's like, first of all, this specific artist, Lil Uzi Vert, this was his best song he's ever fucking made and probably ever will make. Honestly. It's too good. Like this is what I mean. Like it's multifaceted. Like a woman could listen to it, a guy could listen to it, and they both could easily connect to it. It's like it's just so good. It's perfect. Push me to the edge. All my friends are dead. Yeah, I could relate to that. I'm sure a lot of bitches could relate to that too, you know? Especially nowadays. Anyway, back to you, Carmen.
All right.
So, do you like rap music?
Not really.
You don't like rap music?
A few musicians, a few artists I like.
What is the music that connected you most with your age group?
Oh, with my age group, it was like mainstream indie rock of like the aughts, the mid-aughts, like Modest Mouse.
Oh shit, really?
Like that era. That's the first time I felt connected to my own age group. Was like being 15 and watching Adult Swim and hearing promo ads for like Modest Mouse and Franz Ferdinand.
Or the Proto Men?
Proto Men, yeah, for nerd culture, but yeah.
Yeah.
A band I've seen live.
I remember Jay when I was chilling with Jay Sans out in Brooklyn when we visited Geneva. I asked him, it was like, do you like hip hop or rap? And he was like, no. But I showed him some hip hop and rap he actually liked. But then he was like, this isn't like real hip hop and rap though, you know, where it's like N-word warlord mentality, you know. This is,
what, do you show him like a Tribe Called Quest or something?
No, I probably showed him like Typical Cats.
Okay, yeah.
But well, Tribe Called Quest is a good example.
Yeah, it's a great band. I like Tribe Called Quest.
Yeah, me too.
Kanye West is my favorite rapper.
Is he really?
Yeah, sincerely.
He's the most radical rapper, probably, honestly.
I know, he was the first rapper I really liked and who I held to the closest and have listened and analyzed the most.
I feel bad, like, that, like, the industry fell apart right as the Jewish record label owners got their perfect specimen in Drake. Like Drake was the perfect.
Drake's fine for a pop musician. I actually don't.
I think he's a piece of shit. I fucking hate Drake.
I hate Drake.
But for the industry, he was like the scion. He's like the perfect fucking. You know?
I'm always confounded by the Jewish women who love Drake and talk about how sexy he is.
All right.
I've met multiple Jewesses like that.
No, you're absolutely right, and it's probably very frustrating because he's not that sexy, honestly. Because you're not even like you're not even like a fully straight guy. So you probably are more qualified to judge his attractiveness, and even you would say like, dude, he's not
that hot. He's like such a cornball.
I agree.
I don't mind when he's playing in a public space. It's like, yeah, this is fine.
All right, so I got a question for you.
Okay, go ahead.
This might be personal.
Okay.
Do you believe that James Bond, the character, can still function if he wasn't heterosexual?
He could be a very horny bisexual.
I think so too.
But he has to still primarily prefer women.
You know what I'm referring to. He has to be a guy
who would, he should be a guy who rapes guys in prison, but when he's outside, he's only fucking women for the most part. Occasionally a twink or a trans woman.
That's really funny. But you know what? That one scene where he was getting like sexually
Yeah, accosted
harassed,
by Javier Bardem in Skyfall,
And he was
that
like,
works
yeah.
perfectly fine for me. That's very reasonable.
I think so too. I think that was great. Because I never saw that before in a James Bond film. But then when they did it,
There's a little bit of it in Casino Royale too.
Yeah.
I think Daniel Craig as a DL.
well, he's gay. I know he's gay. He's a gay man.
Rich.
He's a great
Daniel
gay man.
Daniel Craig gay.
I think so.
I don't see it at all.
Oh my god!
I don't
How do you not see it, dude?
I think that in the modern day, gay
Maybe he's
men.
bisexual. I don't think he's gay.
to me, he is the picture perfect gay man. He is
I
a gay
think
man.
gay guys can't be open if they're leading men right now. Like that's why.
But he doesn't have to be open because we
Yeah.
live in a time where if we found out he was gay, we would be like, all right, I don't give a fuck.
It probably
makes
is
me
fine
Tom-
now, but I think that when he was younger in his career in the 90s.
Yeah.
Same
makes-
thing with Leonardo DiCaprio. Go on, Rich.
I can see like Tom Cruise, Leonardo DiCaprio being gay, but not like Daniel Craig.
Leo gay?
No, I think Daniel Craig is way more likely to be gay than Leonardo DiCaprio.
I think Leonardo DiCaprio definitely gay. Daniel Craig maybe. Tom Cruise maybe.
You know who I think is gay? Tom Holland. Not Tom Holland. Tom Hardy. Yeah, Tom Hardy's definitely gay.
Yeah, I can
He's
see that.
bisexual, probably.
Bisexual. Yeah, I can see it.
Probably male leading, yeah.
He was literally like, I work in Hollywood. What do you expect? Like when they asked him, he's like, have you ever had sex with a guy? And he was like, I work in Hollywood. The fuck do you expect? And I get it. I totally believe him. Like I'm not surprised by that at all, and it doesn't make me think of him any differently. In fact, that made me realize I've always thought of him as gay. Like when he said that, I was like, yeah, that pretty much confirmed what I already knew.
It's women. It's a lot of women. Daniel Craig.
If it was just one long-term partner without kids, that would.
It's
Does he have
multiple women.
kids?
I get he does have kids.
Oh, if he has kids, it seems likely that he's straight or bi.
I think he's bi. I think everyone in Hollywood is bisexual. Women, men. I think they're all bi.
Yeah.
I mean, if I was in Hollywood, I was making like billions of dollars. I never had to really truly work a manual labor job for the rest of my life. And I was being like fucked with by the Illuminati constantly. And I had like beautiful people around me constantly. I'd probably be bi, you know? This is why I don't work in Hollywood. This is why I wouldn't want to. If someone offered me, I would be like, can you just let me work the camera? So I don't think I'd ever want to be indoctrinated into celebrity American culture. You know, it's not healthy.
It's all kind of dead, too. It's just a bunch of aging people.
And AI.
Yeah. Imagine being a streamer and your life is just playing a cartoon character on camera. Streamers are obviously, and I don't pay attention to any of them because I'm a millennial.
You know what I want to see get bigger?
Who?
Like, because like, you know, we're seeing all these like, you know, institutions fall apart. I'd rather see more D&D campaigns, meshing more, getting more meta, meshing more with IRL instead of just like, let's all meet up in our nerdy little meetings and do this little campaign only here. Like, I want to see it get a little more meta where it's like, you know, it's not, the campaign isn't just this fantasy world, it's like real life. And the characters are named Carmen, Richie, and Chris. And we're going through a journey and, you know, we're going to do this, you know, like. Anyway, back to you, Carmen. Do you think, are you angry about the recent assassination on Charlie Kirk and the Ukrainian woman?
No. Feel sad for both of them. It's interesting to see the play out, to see the right wing cancel wave campaign they're doing.
How do you feel about, I know this is this might come out of left field, but how do you feel about Sam Hyde's reaction where he like openly came out? Richie, could you pull that up? Could you pull up that latest Sam Hyde?
Yeah.
Sam Hyde on Charlie Kirk. We previously had like, you know, obscenity and blasphemy laws, but those were gradually removed, particularly during the 60s, a lot of them were removed. Same thing with like, we have pornography, we have openly sold or offered.
All right, so back to you, Carmen.
Yeah, go ahead.
How big of an influence is Sam Hyde on you?
Not a huge one. He's a few years older than me, so I think we grew up within a similar dynamic.
I feel
or
the same way about
background.
Sam Hyde, honestly. I'm like,
So he's not like an influence on me,
No.
but he reminds me a lot of myself. He's definitely like made it a whole career, a public persona.
do you ever,
I can relate to him
Do you ever
personality.
feel like you learn from his mistakes?
Maybe a little bit. I can relate to his masochism, his overwhelming masochism, and like putting himself in these awkward, weird situations.
I think what I enjoy, one of the things that I guiltily enjoy about Sam Hyde is his mean-spiritedness and his bad nature. You know,
Yeah.
like I kind of do admit I enjoy it because if one of us has to do it, might as well be this motherfucker, right?
Yeah. Do you think that if Hillary had won, world peace would have had multiple seasons and a movie?
I think Sam Hyde was just set up to succeed no matter who won, whether it was Donald Trump or Hillary. He would have
Just a
thrived.
great enough talent, even if it was a temporary setback. He really was freaking out when I met him in person.
Maybe it's
after
not
his
talent.
cancer.
Maybe it's literally like destiny.
Yeah,
Maybe it's literally just like, dude, you have the genetic build for
being an internet personality.
But you met him multiple times, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know him personally. I've just met him multiple times and have had relatively long conversations with him.
Do you think he's ever going to like really influence culture in a significant way?
No, he already has.
He already has.
I think he will continue as like Zoomers growing up under his tutelage will get older.
Do you think he will ever take office or become like some member of?
No, I think. I wonder if he met Charlie Kirk. Maybe he's so upset about it because he knew him personally.
Well, yeah, Andreas met Charlie Kirk. I mean, the guy I stream with every Wednesday.
Yeah.
He's really upset about it, and he's not even a Republican. He's not.
Well, look, if someone you've met in person
Yeah,
dies
right.
in this
But
public,
you know how I feel about that. You know.
You know,
I'm just like,
okay. Here's the thing: Charlie Kirk's assassination is literally
These are just a
live
bunch of fucking
stream.
white computer boys. Of course, they're not going to deal with death in the same way as like, someone who.
I think there's a noteworthiness to the fact that this is a live streamer shot on live stream.
Yeah.
People will spend a lot of time watching live streams. It seemed ripe, and I predicted this before, ripe for a major live streamer assassination. I thought it was going to be like Hassan Piker or Destiny or fucking who's the other guy that used to play StarCraft? The Italian guy, Bonelli. You know what I'm talking about? The guy that's not Destiny.
Not Destiny.
White guy, like I think Italian, not Destiny.
H3H3.
No.
I don't know. It's hard to keep up with these.
Anyway, what I'm getting at is the significance of this death is really that it was a guy who was an internet influencer that died in the line of duty. That's why it's so shocking and jarring, is that this is the first celebrity live streamer shot on live stream, which effectively, even if you weren't watching it, seeing the video of him blood gushing out was like watching it.
It could have been Nick Fuentes. Thank God.
Yeah.
It wasn't, right?
Well, Nick Fuentes is now the face of the Young Republicans.
No, it's Ben Shapiro. Did you see Ben Shapiro's tweet? He was like, I'm going to pick up the bloodstained microphone where Charlie Kirk dropped it. You never saw that? I was like, nice, dude.
Nice.
I couldn't have done a better job of grifting myself, honestly. Like, that was perfection. Who else could have done it?
Yeah.
Of course, like Charlie Kirk, the minute you become you start going bad as a Zionist, we got to kill you. And then we got the real Zionists to show up and step up,
The Jew conspiracy stuff is just... I don't know. It's fun to blame Israel for everything, but
It's not even like I'm blaming them. It's more like making fun of them for doing something like cleaning up a mess they didn't have to deal with in the first place. Like, let's say the Mossad did kill Charlie Kirk. It's like you had so many better avenues that you wouldn't have to assassinate in the first place if you were just. That's why it's unbelievable, because like you would want to believe that the Mossad is smarter than that. It's like there's better avenues in this. I mean, they had Epstein's, for fuck's sake. Where they had like Bill Gates and like Shaquille O'Neal.
yeah, I'm sure it
Bill
was
Clinton.
not Mossad that killed Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, me neither. I think it really was some Groyper shit.
I don't think it was a Groyper because the guy didn't mention Israel. I think it's a narrative that's being pushed that it was killed in an intra-right feud, but I don't think it's
Yeah,
true.
definitely not fucking great
I think
for
he's just a Reddit
leftist. Or
leftist.
Yeah, right, leftist.
I think he's a leftist too.
Yeah.
I don't think you're a conservative and you shoot Charlie Kirk. That does not like people who call.
Well, here's
people
the thing:
who-
a graper.
Oh, he was
if a
MAGA.
graper shot Charlie Kirk, he would have been like an epic schizo Joker mode guy.
But he wasn't.
talking about free Palestine and about.
No, I
wanting to
also think
kill
he was.
Jews.
Just, I think he was just a leftist. Like, because a lot of people are like, "Oh, he was MAGA. Look at it. His parents were registered Republicans." It's like
it's
who
weird
fucking
because
cares,
they
dude?
deny far stronger. They deny genetic arguments otherwise, and then they're saying this person because they have
Yeah.
Republican parents must genetically be a Republican.
Nah, well, if they were smart, they would say that because that would be hilarious. But they didn't. I don't think they're smart enough to like take it there. But that you're right. That is like a that's a very
genetic
fun.
argument.
Yeah. It's like he was just genetically a bad egg because his parents are Republicans. It's like, oh,
He was
so you
assigned
believe
Republican at birth or Arab.
That would be awesome if like leftists said that, and we could be like, oh, so you believe that like people are just like bad based on genetics, huh? That would be a
You
very,
don't believe that some races commit more crimes, but you believe
No,
that white
yeah.
Republicans always give birth to white
That would be great.
Republicans.
That would be fucking awesome if that oh man, like yeah. That would be a really good tete-a-tete. Like I would love that. I would love to witness that. Because
My previous statement of ACAB, assigned cop at birth.
no, I'm all when it comes to like bad decisions you make as an adult, I'm definitely all about like nurture versus nature. I'm like, no, you're not bad because you're white or you're black or you're Asian or you're Hispanic or you're brown. You're just bad because, well, you're just tuned to a bad frequency. I mean, as a child, like I know, like I've literally met like teenagers who've like murdered people, and like in public holding areas, like for troubled youth, like juvie hall basically. And I've met like these Hispanic teenagers. I mean, they weren't there for murder. But the people who were holding them there for pettier shit weren't aware that these teenagers also killed like people before, and they were bragging about it. I mean, even
Okay, so you're talking about like what being they were brought in for some other crime, but they were bragging about murders they had committed.
yeah. I mean, all right, you're right. Is there a chance he didn't do it? Yeah, of course.
No, I'm guessing he did do it, and he's just a retard to be in holding for some mild crime and then be bragging about having committed murder.
Well, when I went to juvie, I was like a child. But then there were people who were my age.
Who were because of
They
they
were,
were,
like, men.
black or Hispanic, they had reached adulthood, whereas you had not.
I don't think it was because they were blackers, because I knew plenty of black or Hispanic people my age that were just children too.
Yeah.
But it was just what they did. What like they just had it. They smelled like it. They literally smelled like death. I'm not saying like literally like in an actual like physical sense. I just mean like they had an aura of like not goodness, where it was like it wasn't so much as they were stupid or retarded or they were all over the place. Oh yeah, stupid kid. No, it was just like. They could talk about like Dragon Ball, but at the same time, they had that like sleazy, low-hanging eyelid look where it's like,
They had they had criminal physiognomy, is what you're saying.
oh my god, I do not want to put it like that.
Well, that's how it sounds like what you were saying, man. You're talking about their brow ridges.
Because I think
And then
anyone,
you're like-
or put it this way, it's like anyone could adopt that kind of facial expression. Okay.
Ooh, I like a nurture-based physiognomy take. Like, I can tell you're evil from your face, and you're choosing to do that with your face.
Or to me, it would be like I could tell you're evil because you're making the same expression as your serial killer adopted mother. You may not be related by blood, but you're making the exact same look she used to make before she did something like really not good. Shit like that. It's like it's not.
Perhaps they're picking it up from media.
100%, especially for the past like hundreds of years. When we had like printing. out.
Mass media, yeah.
Yeah. No, I definitely don't doubt that.
Chris, pull up Twitter.
I would love to pull up Twitter. I love Twitter. It's like one of my favorite websites ever.
Same, actually. Twitter is great because it's like a Facebook argument, but with everyone in the world.
All right, so I have another. Let's get back to you, Carmen.
Send the link I sent.
You made this one post. You were like, oh, my girlfriend left her dress at my place. I got another cum rag. What did you mean by that?
The implication was I was just going to goon and jack off into my girlfriend's dress because it reminded me of her. This is not true, but I was just picked up a dress that was on my bedroom floor and was like, oh, my girlfriend left this here, and then I thought that
I could use it as a cum rag.
Yeah,
I think it's pretty romantic. I think any girlfriend would be lucky to hear that from their boyfriend. They'd be
I'm
like,
glad.
I mean, if you actually did it though, that'd be funny. I mean, I'm just thinking about like necro.
No, I accidentally ejaculated on. Well, I wiped off cum I had from sex with her dress, thinking it was a towel. You want to read this Geraldo Rivera tweet out loud?
All right, but before I do, what is the race of your romantic partner?
She's West African.
Would you identify as a racist white man?
Would I identify what?
As a racist white man.
Yes, I would. Yes.
And you date a black woman.
Yes. Nice. Straight from the heart of Africa. Yeah.
Jesus.
She's Zulu and Shona. And I guessed half of her tribes when I first met her. I said like, oh, are you Zulu, Kosa? And she's like, I'm Zulu and Shona.
Only a real racist would go and actually dominate a female of the race you feel superior to. You know?
Or date and fall in love with, yes.
Only fake race. Well, it's not real racism. I mean, you have these white guys who are not really racist. They're just race phobic. They're scared.
Yeah.
They're not really hateful. They're just scared.
Scared of blacks in particular.
Yeah, they're not
basically, most alleged racists are just anti-black.
Yeah, if anything, a real racist wouldn't stop themselves from being romantically engaged with a different race. A real racist would do whatever the fuck they wanted with other races. Whereas a
lot of white nationalists, alleged white nationalists, is very much an affectation.
I mean, if you think about it,
as you can see from the diversity of white nationalists.
I mean, if you think about it, we only got Hispanics because of real racism, not race phobia. Like you had like real white dudes looking at these like indigenous South American people, and they were like, yo, we could fuck them and make like a whole...
It's worth mentioning that the Spanish, especially in the initial wave, did not have a modern definition of race. They identified them as different peoples, the Indians. I mean, but the way the Spanish engaged in colonization is very different from the intellectual framework of the English like 200 years later.
I mean, isn't that the better way to do it though? I mean,
yeah, I think so.
Like, why worry so much about like staying away from them and keeping them separate? Why not fuck them and just make your own people? Therefore, you basically have a grasp on control, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway, whether Tyler Robinson faces a firing squad in Utah for the murder of Charlie Kirk, my guess is the accused killer will probably have been motivated more by Halo and similar fantasy roleplay than by substantive political discord. The game features grunts versus elites, I'm guessing. No, he meant held up.
Read the user notes, the correction.
Guests serve under the elites, the Sankeli. The grunts, the Umgoi, serve under the elites, Sankeli. I knew that. As a part of a fictional alien interspecies alliance called the Covenant in the Halo franchise. Also, studies have exonerated video games for decades from the false claim that they make children violent. No, I agree with that too. No,
it's very funny. Both the original boomer take and then the fact that the reader, the official notes wants to emphasize the alien names of grunts and elites in the Halo universe.
First of all, Halo is definitely profound because it rips straight from like creation. It's like
also Halo is definitely not a game Tyler played a lot. It's very much a millennial coded video game.
No, what Tyler played was Helldivers too.
Yeah,
that's what he played, which is still a good fucking game.
I never played it.
No, I mean I never played it either, but
I know of it.
I learned the lore. Like basically the because the whole backdrop is you play as
there is photos of him and he's playing a Paradox interactive game like Europa Universalis 4 in the background.
Yeah, I mean, oh yeah. Helldivers 2 is a good game. I mean, here's what it's about. It's literally humanity faces two existential threats. Super Earth at this point, which was only able to be established once like all the countries fell under one authoritarian rule. After Super Earth was established, there was two existential threats. There was the bugs and the cyborgs. But the thing is, the cyborgs and the bugs were literally creations of us, of Super Earth. Like we are.
It's like Starship Troopers, even more so. Yeah.
Yeah, and the idea is like, yeah, we paint them and use propaganda to paint them as like this foreign existential threat. Meanwhile, it's our fault the whole time. Which is a good game. It's a good backdrop. It's a good story. It's a good way to.
And there's an alien. I mean, aren't the bugs and another alien species actual extraterrestrials, and the cyborgs are just a offshoot of humanity?
Yeah. What would you politically identify as more, Democrat or Republican?
Oh, Republican, obviously.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't
If
know. I
I'm
feel like
forced
you'd be-
between those two choices,
I
yeah.
feel like you're more democratic though, like you know, in your actual mannerisms. Like you're always about like, let's vote on it, you know, more so than this is smart. This is a smarter decision. Which
We're referring to the two parties
I'm not
as
saying-
they currently exist in the United States.
I'm
One is
just,
one
I'm
I'm
just
associated
relating your patterns to like which the patterns of like how the parties function. I mean, I think they're both valid. I just think the people with that represent each path is kind of shitty. You know, like are kind of shitty. I should say, like they're both represented by shitty fucking people, not regular people.
Yeah, I don't know. I despise both parties, whatever, but unlike a bunch of splits within America, I side Republican, just within the current day.
If you had to synthesize like a Democratic and a Republican approach to life, what would it look like to you? Meritocracy?
Yeah, I suppose. Also, I don't know, the lifestyle I'm currently living in New York as a cosmopolitan. I don't know, I love this city. I don't know, this is a derailment from what's being discussed.
No, you like
A lot
the
of
city.
Republicans are just dumb and tiresome. The grifting is tiresome. But a lot of the ideologies and things that Democrats have built up, I just think are untenable and are hindering the country. Even if Democrats are smarter people white Democrats are smarter people on average.
So let me ask you, like when New York is now your home, so in 5 years, like you imagine what New York would look like. Do you think it would look good or look bad?
I think New York will always look good because
Yeah.
it's the greatest city on earth.
Is it?
I still feel that way.
I believe
even though
it. I don't
moved
doubt
here
it.
4 years ago, and I still believe it because it's the biggest, most cosmopolitan city in America. And I think everything just lines up for it.
Yeah, it's got the coast. It's
Tokyo
got-
would be cool, whatever. But I'm glad I'm an American, and I'm glad I'm in America.
You know what was really funny to me? I never took it seriously. I should have
What?
took it seriously as a form of respect. But when Chicago thought that they were better than New York, I was like, yeah, yeah, all right.
No one cares about Chicago. It punches below its weight class in cultural influence. Like, there are much smaller cities like San Francisco, New Orleans, Boston, DC that have that get talked about, and obviously LA is way more impactful than Chicago.
I only been to Chicago like on a stop, like in the airport, where it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna like a fly. What do you call it? A flyover?
A layover.
A layover. Yeah, that's what it was. A layover. I had a layover in Chicago, and that's about it.
It's a big city. It's kind of, I mean, it's nice. If you're directly on the transit line, it's pretty navigable. It feels kind of like a big sprawling suburb. It's nicer than LA.
It's probably
It's denser than LA.
it's probably not that bad if you just avoid the wrong areas. You know.
No, it's actually great if you avoid, well, there's a limited number of areas that are very dangerous and dysfunctional and overly black. Everything else,
Well, I'm just thinking.
Feels fine.
What's
like a
novel?
Big second-tier city.
What's novel about that is that in New York City, you will
Chicago is the biggest second-tier city. Is how I would describe it.
in New York City, you will never come across a district or a zone where the NYPD was afraid to tread. Whereas in Chicago, there are places where Chicago Police Department just don't go to on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Like they would only go in there if they had absolute necessity or
New York, NYPD owns the streets of New York.
yeah.
It's an army. It's larger than a lot of countries' militaries. There is no place they won't go. There's no place they're not comfortable. And also, they have a level of control over everything that very few other cities have. LA is so sprawling and big and suburban, it's not a real problem. But also, they have like roided out Mexican cops who are like lunatics.
In LA.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's not just LAPD is not nearly as powerful when you see how they have to like work alongside, say, the sheriff departments of like adjacent counties.
Yeah,
because it's a lot easier to get away
the way
with.
it's structured in LA because it's multiple towns packed together. Yeah,
It's a lot easier to get away with a bank robbery in California than it would be in New York. Like to rob a bank in like upstate New York and then run back into the city, or rob a bank in the city then run away back to upstate is very different compared to like robbing a bank in like hell California or whatever. Like to go into the valley and like try to rob one of these fucking small town Cali banks. It's different. And I'm not saying it's easier or harder, but it is different. In fact, it's different in a way where you might be able to get away with it, but at the same time, if you get caught, they're not going to treat you with kid gloves. Like that's a state where they'll fucking peel your fucking cap back, Like in New York City, upstate, or New York State, upstate, if you tried to rob a bank, they would probably come at you like all like, liberal blue bitch. Then it's like with a microphones like turn yourself in, we got you, blah blah, you don't want to get shot, you don't want to do this, blah. Whereas in like California, you try to rob one of those banks, you'll have some like psycho Mex-American sheriff coming and is like, yo Holmes, I'm gonna get in the fucking local newspaper for fucking blowing your head off, man. I'll do it. It's like, why not? It's your job. Like, do your fucking job. They expect you to do this. They expect you to fucking kill that guy. It's different,
And then there's a bunch of places where your St. Louis isn't like where they just don't have enough cops.
Oh yeah, like fucking Louisiana's just fucked up. This is Katrina. Yeah. Katrina was the thing that really fucked that state up, right? Yeah. I mean, ever since Hurricane Katrina,
there's a lot of places in America that just don't have enough cops,
except New York.
We have exactly as many cops as we need to.
Also, we have the benefit of no matter how retarded, stupid, and violent NYPD is, they're still New Yorkers. Like there's still like these retarded Puerto Rican, Mexican, Italian, Irish.
I know, like NYPD is like they really do have one of every race at every station.
They're like the stupidest fucking meatball of every race. I was like,
yeah,
it's like, yeah. So what are we looking at? Holy shit! I blew the weed just laughing at it. But yeah, it's true.
It's a shame they don't accept weed smokers because you would make a great cop, Chris.
Yeah, I would. I would love to be an NYPD officer. Mm-hmm. I would get along with all those people. It would, because I wouldn't see a difference between working for like a Staten Island or a Brooklyn precinct as I would working at like a Staten Island or Brooklyn Home Depot. I'd be like, to me, it would be the same shit. I'd just be like,
what if you're posted up in Manhattan?
Then I'd be like, oh, I'm working the big leagues. Now I work at a Home Depot in Manhattan. It's like now we get a different caliber of problems. I mean, am I wrong here?
Yeah, no, you're correct.
It's the same shit. It's just what? It's like a different caliber of it. Like just a different caliber of shit.
It's intriguing all of the slop that's on the Terrorisk Twitter feed.
Well, now it's getting better.
Mm.
Well, it's only getting better because it has to. Because now it's like I got like a meeting people on streams. It's like, yo, can you follow my shit? Can you stream my shit? And I'm like, all right. Now it's like less like, I don't know, things that Twitter thinks I likes, which is a bunch of racists. Twitter thinks that I like a bunch of hard N words, and also a bunch of like OnlyFans sluts making fun of white men. I don't know. I just wish it would just make up its mind, you know?
On what, that stream that always has a woman in a pickle hob?
Yeah.
It is wild that Charlie Kirk and George Floyd have the same birthday.
Really?
Yeah, they do. No, yes, they both were born on the same day. George Floyd just 20 years before.
Fuck out of here.
What? Yeah, two big political martyrs.
It's amazing. I can't believe George Floyd has the same birthday as Charlie Kirk. We could bring back George Floyd, honestly, if we really wanted to. Like, we could
Resurrect him. We have the technology.
Yeah, George Droid.
It's wild that this guy became an international figure when he was just like this middle-aged fuck up, and nothing even against him.
Like, if you saw him at the deli, you'd be like, "Please don't talk to me."
Yeah, exactly. And he became an internationally shown symbol.
I'm surprised, like, the opposite side didn't, like, venerate Derek Chauvin more.
Well, no, he was the cop. There's weird stuff with him. I mean, now they have their martyr in Charlie Kirk.
Like, even George Zimmerman was more respected than Derek Chauvin.
And George Zimmerman went insane, and he was.
Did he?
Oh yeah, he really went nuts.
No, I respect him for going insane. Honestly, I'll go insane too.
He auctioned off the gun he shot Trayvon with. He was harassing Trayvon's
How much
mother
did he sell
on
it for?
Twitter.
You wish her happy birthday every year.
Yeah, every
That's
year.
amazing. Oh, that's fucking terrible, but amazing.
He saved someone from a car accident, or maybe just pulled them out.
What?
Yeah, I don't know if he saved them. He probably didn't even save them. He probably just saw a car accident and stopped and pulled them out. Like, he just became an insane Florida man figure, which is what he always was anyway.
All right, I got a
Taking
question for you.
photos of himself smoking cigars at the pool in Florida.
I got a question for you, Carmen. Back to you.
Yeah, this is all about me this episode, and I feel like you barely touched on Carmen. Go on.
No, we've been talking. We've been going back and forth, touch and go. Anyway, could you ever imagine yourself like making a life from marrying a white woman,
Yes.
like who grew up just like you, homeschooled and
Yes.
with a sibling like a sister?
Yeah, she has to be Jewish, but yes.
No, she wasn't Jewish. She was.
Oh, that's a hard one.
She was from Boston,
And she's not Jewish.
not Jewish, and she was from Boston. She was white. Parents, live separately. She has a sister.
That's a hard one. My inclination is to say no, but maybe.
Why?
I feel like I'm too hell-bent on a certain performance or a certain...
It is a certain performance.
Yeah, it is.
Because you know how I view people. I'm always like, everyone's just the same soul.
So,
We're just different versions of each other.
Yeah.
So if you
Also, I've never met someone exactly like me in that way.
Yeah?
What? Yeah, no.
You never met your opposite gender doppelganger? I guess you'd have to be really lucky for anyone to meet
Yeah.
them. There's apparently in the final episodes of Johnny Bravo met a good mid-looking woman like him, like a mid-looking man, and she was just overly confident, and apparently he fell in love with her.
Huh. Maybe that is actually what would happen.
Yeah, but it's rare. You'd be lucky for that to happen, is what I'm saying. You'd be lucky to find
That's true.
the female Johnny Bravo to your Johnny Bravo. It's hard to find. I mean, could you imagine a female version of me? She would probably be like, it's a lot. One of me is a lot. To have a whole ass woman who acts like me is a lot. Same with you, I'm sure. Same
Yeah.
with Richie. I mean, to have Richie here and to see like a girl who acts like Richie, or to see you and to have another just regular girl who acts like you, or a girl who acts like me. I'm sure girls would say the same thing. Maybe somewhere out there your counterpart is saying the same thing. It's like, imagine a guy who acts just like me. Like, shit, I couldn't deal with that. She probably exists, honestly.
That's a good point. And maybe that should be what pursued. I don't know.
I mean, I'm not saying to pursue it or not pursue it. I'm just saying
keep an open mind in case
they
I
definitely
see her.
they definitely probably exist. Why wouldn't they? I mean, mathematically, it makes sense for such counterparts to exist. I mean, first of all, we have doppelgangers. We have people of the
That's
same
true.
gender who act like you and believe in the same things as you. So why wouldn't there be a female counterpart or a male counterpart? The question is how to deal with it. I don't know if I deal with it good, honestly. If I met a female who acted like me and who thought the way I did, I'll be worried. I'll be scared. I'll be like, I wasn't expecting this. Because I do kind of expect, even as a guy, a human being, whether you're a girl or a man, I still do find myself, like, in my perspective, to be relatively unique. So if I truly found a guy, a girl, let alone a guy or whatever, either way, I would still be surprised. But a girl, man, that would be scary. I wouldn't know how to deal with that. Like, I could have sex with this person as a heterosexual male.
And
it's
it'd be like having sex with myself, except heterosexual.
yeah,
How do you find this wine that I bought?
delicious. It's got me in a mood. I mean, now I'm just thinking about, like, I'm not trying to be narcissistic, but, like, maybe if you know, what more likely it would be like if I had a female counterpart. What, you want wine? Why don't you want it in the wine glass?
Oh, sorry, this I'm drunk.
Okay. What if I had a female counterpart and you had a female counterpart?
And we all married each other's female counterparts.
Well, and like I didn't, and like mine didn't like me, and yours didn't like you, but yours liked me, and mine liked you. Like that could happen.
We'd have to pass it in one direction. So the
between
Chris
the three
counterpart goes to Richie. Richie counterpart goes to me. My counterpart goes to Chris.
Sure, why not? That'd be fine. That'd be really funny. Rich would have the hardest time. Like with a female version of me, she would always be bitching at him. She'd be like, "The fuck are you doing, Richie? Why are you sleeping past like 2 p.m.?"
No, he doesn't do that. I do that.
Okay, so then he's fine.
Richie wakes up early mostly.
10 a.m. usually.
My female counterpart would wake up early.
9 or 10 a.m.
Yeah.
Your female counterpart would be a fucking bum.
Yeah,
That's
true.
who I'd end up with. I'd be ending up with a bitch. I'd be like, "Wake the fuck up, Carmen," and she'd be like, "Oh, let me sleep." And I'm like, "It's 5 p.m. You stupid fucking." I was working all night last night, being a bartender. I'd be like, "Oh, fuck you!" Like,
You're being
oh
a
my
whore
god, I
last
deserve
night.
that. I deserve that. I would deserve like, I would deserve that.
Mhm.
I would be like, "You got to get a new job." It's like, you weren't complaining when I fucking like wiped away your tab at the club, 2 nights. I'll be like, "All right, fuck." Like, she would do that. I would date a bitch like that. She would be. I'll be like, "You got to stop working these late nights." She'd be like, "You weren't complaining when blah blah." I'll be like, "Fuck." Like, oh man, that would be hilarious.
Mhm.
I should date a bartender bitch. I should try. They're hard. Like the only way to easily date a bartender bitch is to work at the bar too.
Work in the industry, yeah. Never dated a bar. I've never dated a bartender.
Would you?
Yeah. Never dated anyone in the service industry, actually, surprisingly. Normally, people are kind of incestuous among it.
Well, in the workplace, and dating is very.
Well, you date someone at a different bar who's in the same field as you.
is that true?
Some
that-
people do that.
Oh, yeah, but usually bartenders now. I mean, from what I've seen, bartenders no bartenders are truly beholden to a bar.
No, you're not. No, you. I'm weird that I stay in one place for so long. But most people
Well, that's
change lot.
that's a traditional old
Yeah.
school bartender. That's a
Sorry.
no, it's fine. That's a real bartender. Like someone who actually stayed. It's like it's like a DJ. It's like I'm a resident
in a certain
yeah.
place.
Maybe bartenders are like
liking Asian, lesbian, like softcore lesbian stuff on the Twitter feed.
It's a pretty good feed.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of guys like this shit, right? Like just a couple of Asian schoolgirls making out, in their school gym uniforms. Is this a good gym uniform for high school girls?
I
Though,
don't know.
like, I don't know. Maybe they should. You know why I think this is a good gym uniform? Because I think some girls, like a lot of girls, Japanese high school or middle school are like, I want to do gymnastics. I want to do.
Also, yeah, they probably have childlike, undeveloped bodies.
Well,
This
like, I
is more
can't
modest for
imagine
them.
like a Staten Island middle school girl like, I'm gonna do gymnastics at IS 34. It's like, no, you're fucking not. Like, you're just gonna like look at your phone and try to ignore the gym teacher.
Charge it, yeah.
Yeah. Whereas these kids in these homogenized Asian countries are probably more about their extracurricular school activities. That's what I would think anyway.
What do we have on time, Rich?
An hour.
That's great. I love that. I'm sorry time is moving so slow. Anyway, let's move on to you, Carmen.
Okay,
Carmen, when did you get your first interest in women sexually? Like, what was the moment? Like, were you like 10? Were you 16? Were you 20? Like, did you see a scene in a movie when you were like 8 years old and you're like, you just like paid attention upright when you saw like Sandra Bullock in Miss Congeniality and you're like, whoa, what's that?
Halle Berry and the Flintstones.
Are you serious?
Yeah, why?
Richard, can you pull up Halle Berry in the Flintstones? I want to see this. I didn't even know. I forgot she was in the Flintstones movie, the live action Flintstones. Who was the guy who played Fred? Was it's Gandolfini?
No, it's John Goodman.
Yeah, John Goodman. Yeah.
And I can't remember.
Shit! What a fox.
In Halle Berry Flintstones.
Holy shit! I forgot she was in the Flintstones. That's amazing.
Or fictional characters having crush on, I guess, like Harley Quinn and Batman the Animated Series. They're very standard ones.
Harley Quinn was your crush for
Was
anime?
A1. I don't know. There's a bunch of interest. In
trying to
actual physical women, maybe like 13, there was a girl I knew, white woman, but in Maine, or 12, maybe it was 12.
Oh, you know who I had a huge crush on? Remember the lead singer of the Hex Girls from the Scooby Doo movie? What was it? I think it was Scooby Doo and the Witch's Ghost.
Mm.
Could you look that up? Scooby Doo and the Witch's Ghost.
Harley Quinn for sure. If talking about animated fictional characters.
No, you brought up Harley Quinn as I mean, as my first animated childhood crush of Whammon. It's probably
Women.
of Whammon. You know, you've seen that movie,
Yeah,
right?
the Goblin, yeah.
Yeah. And did you ever see her now? Like, look at the new.
Oh, yeah, she's hideous.
This is like
Look what they
standard
did to my
Republican. Yeah.
Look what they did to my boy. No, they ruined her.
It's unsexy.
Look up to the new Hex Girls. Like, yeah. Just look up Hex Girls.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's gonna come up.
It's like she's hideous. She's
Oh,
like woke.
They fucked it up. Like, well, how could you do that to my bitch?
She's like hideous.
Oh my god.
All right.
Actually, it's not that bad. I think there was
The
a
one
worse
there's
picture.
a photo with maybe it's an edited photo with slouching breasts.
Okay, so we could get
Yeah,
into,
that one looks.
we could get into you and this. So, Carmen, how influenced were you by the Hanna-Barbera era of cartoons?
Not at all. I barely watched
I was heavily.
I barely watched any of those. Did
Richard,
not
can you
watch
look up
them in
could you look up
Anna.
Hanna-Barbera?
Didn't watch that much
You could
anime.
do an image search. Yeah. No, Hanna-Barbera was not anime. Hanna-Barbera was
No, I'm just saying
OG.
about animation in general that influenced me as a boy.
Yeah, you weren't really animation based. You were more about the real deal shit, though.
No,
I was more
watched
animation based. You watched
the superhero stuff that was on in the 90s, the Spider-Man, the Batman the Animated Series. Not really Justice League, a little bit. Did not have Cartoon Network as a boy, which would have changed a lot of things for me. I would have watched
definitely.
I really wish I had Cartoon Network as a boy because I wanted to watch Gundam as a kid.
I think it's better
And
now
I
though.
did not
Like,
have-
it's better when you didn't watch it back then and you could like watch it objectively now. I think you could appreciate because I remember when I first watched Gundam, I did not really get it. Like when I was a little kid and I thought it was just awesome because cool robots, people getting killed,
I
great
barely
shot.
watched Dragon Ball Z, which is surprising. I'm familiar with
Dragon Ball Z is okay. Dragon Ball Z you
It's
could do
just so
anytime.
much of it. Yeah,
You could do anytime, but Gundam is truly something unique. And that's something you should definitely engage with better as an adult. Honestly,
Mm.
you would like. Because again, when I was a kid, I was watching Gundam. I didn't really understand what it was about. I all I saw was what I saw. But when I got older and I looked at Gundam retroactively, I was like, this is incredibly important. Like probably, you know, because Gundam predicts everything. Honestly, like we don't know it, but we're heading into a Gundam universe. Like we're heading into a world where like we're gonna have space colonists. And then we're going to be very racist towards the space noids, and the space noids are going to be very racist towards us, and we're going to get very angry with each other. We're going to go to war. It's just not going to be good. But it's going to happen. Like, why wouldn't it?
If you don't have massive space colonies or a large population on space, it'll never get to that point.
I got another question for you, Carmen.
Yeah, go ahead.
When did you lose your virginity? At what age?
20.
20? It's not that bad. I mean, I know people.
I didn't have sex again until I was 23.
Still, I mean, I know people who haven't lost their virginity until they were like in their 30s. Honestly, most people lose it in their late teens, early 20s. Honestly,
Yeah, that's pretty common.
I mean, I don't think there's any merit to losing your virginity at a younger. Probably fucks you up in a lot of ways.
People in the past, in other countries and older generations, definitely did it younger. Both my parents lost their virginity in their early teens. And that seemed like it was pretty normal for boomers of their class background. Or maybe it wasn't. I don't know.
I think if it's hard to have sex, you should lose your virginity early, and if it's easy to have sex, you should hold off.
Oh, I see, yeah.
Yeah, you just got to do
Well,
that.
I should have had sex early then.
Are there any more these pumpkin?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab one. Actually, Rich, would you be able to? Actually, no, you look comfortable. Rich, do you want a beer?
Yeah, please.
Yeah. As he falls asleep there. Falls asleep there. Yeah. Richie, talk. What's a cartoon crush of yours? Let's talk about your sexuality, Richie. In the most boorish, or just anything. What's your earliest celebrity or cartoon crush? What's a movie you watch? What's a character in a cartoon in real
You
life?
watched G4? This was like many years ago.
What, like Olivia Munn?
No, it was like I was the one.
Richie, tell us your first crush.
I'm trying to remember her fucking name. Kristen Holt. It was Kristen Holt.
Pull it up on screen, Richie.
Deep ass Richie Lore.
Oh, she's hot.
There was, yeah.
How old were you?
8 or 9, probably. Maybe 10, probably closer to 10. I mean, Morgan Webb was also very attractive, too.
Yo, who's that British? I recently fell in love with a new movie star celebrity. She's this blonde bitch from this Tom Cruise movie called Edge of Tomorrow. I know she was in.
Emily Blunt?
Yo, she is so cute.
Yeah, Morgan Webb's hot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Emily Blunt has that sexy mom energy, honestly.
Thank you, Carmen.
Are you into Emily Blunt, Richie?
She's fine.
You know who I also liked? She was kind of understated. The wife in Daddy's Home. You ever see that movie, Daddy's Home?
Unfamiliar.
Oh, this is one of those movies only you have watched, Chris.
You know,
or rather, you and a huge number of people. And it's just about, and like, to me and Richie, it's just like, who
That's
the fuck
all-
has
yeah,
ever
yeah.
watched
No.
this shit?
It's Will Ferrell, Mark Wahlberg, and a really hot bitch. Rich, can you look it up? Can you look up Daddy's Home? Daddy's Home. I gotta find out who this chick is. And there's another chick after that I think you'll really like.
Yes.
Yeah, who is that chick? The wife.
You know?
Yeah. Who is that? She's got like that
Linda
Anna Kendrick look.
Cordelli?
Yeah, she's hot. Look at this chick. She looks like a fucking teddy bear. Cute as fuck.
Oh, she's Velma, yeah.
That's Velma?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
yeah. See?
Aging pretty well, honestly.
I could spot him, you know? Like she's cute. Look at that. Come on. Like, how do you say no to that? You can't. You would never turn that down, Carmen. Like,
No.
that is just some utter cuteness.
Also, it looks very Jewish coded, so yes.
All right, there's another chick. I mean, she's probably.
I have trouble with white women who aren't Jewesses.
There's another chick. This
But
chick,
like more than like 40% of my sexual partners are Jewesses.
I know she played in movies after, but this is just the earliest one. Look up like the girl who played in. You know the girl who played the daughter in Matchstick Men.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that chick. Like who? Like, I know she was in something after that, but
Um,
the chick, the main chick, the
The
blonde,
blonde
right there.
one,
Yeah.
it's showing her as an adult.
What's her name? It's showing her. No, she was an adult.
Alison Lohman.
She conned him. She was like, "That's who she is." Alyssa Lohman. Yeah, she was mad cute. Matchstick Men was a good movie. I was doing research on like depictions of autism and all, and like obsessive compulsive disorder.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to see, like, I wanted to see what could
Did you Carmen? Do you do Italian?
Oh, Katie Micucci.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's cute.
She's hot. That is a cute fucking girl. Yo, all right, we're not talking about cute chicks anymore, but cute.
How about
movies.
Charlene Yee? Do you like her, Richie?
Oh, that was Charlene Pussy.
Yeah. CHARLYNE, then space YI.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No, I know that chick.
Yeah,
She's fun.
Richie.
Is it wood for me?
Yeah. Yeah, she's like 40 years old and still looks 12.
Yo,
It's
I
the
got
pedophile like
one.
Asian lover dream.
How do you guys feel about Caitlin Blanche? What is that her name? Did I get her name right? Caitlin
Kate
Blanche?
Blanchett?
Kate Blanchett. Yeah. Oh fuck. I said Caitlin Blanchett. No, it's Kate Blanchett. How do you feel about Kate Blanchett?
Probably fine.
She's fine.
She's fine.
Yeah. Oh wow.
What? Change
Lo Mutuch Matak.
Utek.
I think you think Lo is hotter than
Formerly Charlie.
Kate Blanchett.
Wow. She transitioned to. Wait, what's her birth name?
It is Charlie. Yeah.
Wow, what's the new one? Well, Filipino, Mexican, and Korean descent.
She's cool.
Yeah.
Or he's cool. I don't fucking know.
Gender fluid like them.
They, them, gender fluid. Wow. Is she married to a cis man?
She is. It's a Jet Elfman. Jet Elfman.
Look him up.
Married and
Google
divorced,
his name. I wanna
2018.
Damn.
No, I don't want to.
39.
I don't want to see. They divorced already. I don't wanna,
Yeah.
You, Richie, do you want to see? You could
Is
see.
he Gay Elfman's son?
That's him. That's Jet.
I assume so.
I want to hear his post-divorce music. I
Wow.
want to hear his. I don't want to hear music he made before he was divorced. I only want to hear music this man made. In fact, I'm going to say that for all my friends who make music. If you've been married, I don't want to hear music you made while you're married. I only want to hear music you make after you divorce. I'm sorry. It's just not going to be as interesting. I already know what the music's going to sound like when you're married. It's going to be like, I love my wife. She makes my living worth life. She is the best thing that happened to me. I love having sex with her pussy. I get it. I know what you're going to say. But it's after you're divorced. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to hear. I want to hear after. That's very feminine of me. Because like men want to see the explosion. Women want to see after the explosion. That's how you could tell it's a man movie versus a woman movie. A man movie is all about the actual building up to the event. And having
I'm sorry, I'm just thinking about this name, Lou Mutok.
No,
It's just like she transitioned into being an orc. Lo Mutok. It feels like I want to have a more Southeast Asian name.
Maybe she was going for danger neutral. Neutral.
Danger neutral.
Danger neutral.
No, we talk.
Denzel neutral. Wait, repeatedly assaulted by a male actor who injured her back. Were they fucking?
You know what's interesting? Like the only straight celebrities kids will ever hear about are never. Like
Spoke out about the experience of James Franco. Sexual misconduct. Wow, James
Oh my
Franco
God.
fucked her. James Franco fucked her during the production of The Disaster Artist.
Oh, yeah.
And then she tried to Me Too him with it.
first
Wow.
of all, You don't even have to be a celebrity to know that James Franco is a stupid fucking slut. Like, you got to be stupid to not see this coming from that asshole. All right, I'm not gonna.
David Cross was was racist to her.
Oh yeah, it is her.
He
yeah.
was like saying "ching chong" to her, and she complained about it.
Look, I'm not trying to excuse James Franco's actions, but you got to admit, like, first of all, sexual assault and harassment and molestation is wrong. But with James Franco, it's like he's gonna try something. Like, if you were a woman working in Hollywood and working with James Franco, wouldn't you assume? Like, knowing you're hot, like, wouldn't you assume he's gonna try to, like... In fact, wouldn't you be insulted if he didn't try anything?
Yes, I suppose I would be. Let me see.
I mean, Carmen, what if you starred in, like, the Clue?
Yeah, I would want James Franco to try to rape me.
What if you did? What if you didn't, though? Wouldn't you
I
feel-
would be deeply offended if he did not.
That's what
try
I'm
to rape
saying.
me. Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. I'd be like, why not, James Franco? You literally tried to rape, like, Rosie O'Donnell. Like, why not me? You know, like, wouldn't you feel that way? I would. I'd be like,
Yeah.
Are you serious, James Franco? And then I would really want to talk to him about it. I'd be like, that's probably how women fall into the trap. They're like, why not me, James Franco? Like, you clearly did this with every other bitch. You're saying I'm not hot enough. Like, I'm not saying I want you to do it. And then James Franco was like, no, it's not that. It's just like, I respect you too much. And this is how he gets in. Genius. You're like, I may be a sexual harasser, but I'm not going to do it to you ever. And the woman is like, yeah, great, whatever. And then like 30 minutes later, she's like, but why though? Like, why not me? Like, what makes me not? You know, like, like, you could be in handcuffs and say this. Like, it's like, yeah, I know. It's like, but I would never do it to you. You know, and then just don't say anything else. And then the woman would be like, why not me though? Like, you know, like, after a while, she would have to ask. She would be like, why not? If she's interested, even. But you wouldn't be in his vicinity if you weren't interested. What are you looking at, Richie? That's got you
George Is that George Lucas courtside?
Why are you laughing at George Lucas and his black Nubian queen?
Yeah, Richie just hates this shit because Richie's Dominican. He hates black people. So Richie's like, I can't believe this white man is dating this Negress.
No, it's just a cashier. Yeah.
First of all right,
I think he's dripped out.
George,
And his wife's beautiful.
George Lucas being into black women probably protected him from Epstein Island.
It did. I told you this already.
I believe you. You're
Like,
right.
because
I
Epstein
attribute
had a
this to
no
Carmen.
black women rule. And when he was talking about people to blackmail with an assistant, they said, what about George Lucas? He said,
No,
George
he's
Lucas
into
is
black women.
Yeah, he's untouchable.
You can't fuck with that because like you can't compromise like a guy like that. Like he's
Yeah.
already looked past the skin shit. He's looked past it. He's like, I don't give a fuck if I make babies with a black woman. I don't care. Yeah, so what if I'm an Ashkenazi looking ass motherfucking Anglo ass motherfucker? I don't care. You know, like
What am I looking at, Richie?
The cat's at the top of a guy.
What's going on beneath the guy?
He's cleaning a broken bowl.
Oh, the cat broke, yes.
maybe the cat didn't break it. Maybe he broke it.
No, it's the cat did. It's supposed to be his subservience to the cat. This is part of Richie's feline supremacy, feline dom.
You're into
Feldom.
You're
He's into
Richie.
Feldom.
Richie, wait, Carmen, both of you. Why didn't you guys have a cat in your apartment?
A roommate
I would
wanted
be
one.
worried about
Taking care of
it dying or escaping.
How about this?
It's on
How
one
about
hand, it
this?
would be good to have
No, no,
one.
no.
On the other hand, I'd be worried about its well-being.
Just get a cat, and if the well-being is that bad, I'll take it. Just for now, like get it, and I'll be your fallback plan because I already take care of one cat. You know, if you have another cat, I could always accommodate it. Just try it, you know, and you'll always if you're really that worried about the cat's well-being, then just give it to Chris. Like I'll take it.
Okay, that's good to know. Actually,
Do it. I think it's only smart.
it would keep out rodents.
and it would spiritually cleanse your living space.
Yeah, that's true.
It would. Could you imagine like Max trying to be in a shitty mood while like a cute cat staring at him? He's
Yeah,
gonna like
true. Yeah,
yeah,
you're
you know,
right.
he's gonna be like talking shit at him. He's like, all right, I guess you're kind of cute. And the cat would just be like, meow, you know. Can't beat that. I mean, like, there's a reason why people have like
It
paintings.
would go out in the backyard during summer. and fall and then come back. It would have, unlike a lot of cats.
Well, you have to get it fixed.
Hold on. Unlike a lot of cats in apartments in New York, it would actually have a lot of room to roam around.
Also, girls would come back. Like
Yeah.
cats attract girls. Like
That's true.
like all the I don't know if any women live in that apartment still, but cats would like definitely make women be like, oh, but I gotta stay for the cat. I love this cat. Like they don't even the boys don't even deserve this cat. The cat like needs me.
Yeah.
Like so many girls would just stay there because of the cat. Just get a cat.
It's already a smelly, messy, gross place.
Yeah.
So if the cat
cat's just gonna
pissed
make it better.
somewhere,
Yeah.
it wouldn't make the apartment worse. That's a good point. A cat would only improve the vibes of the place.
Yeah, you're gonna take care of it more. You're gonna be like, I don't think the cat likes that, and so you're not gonna do it.
Yeah. We have a bunch of cat food still that was delivered to the house a long time ago.
Thanks, Ava.
Dude,
Yeah.
I could help. I could contribute to the cat's well-being in your place. Like seriously, it's not hard. All you got to do, just be around. Just show up, and there's always people at the place. As long as the cat's not forced to spend like 90% of the day locked up alone by
It would
itself.
have more room to roam and interact with people than any
Other cat. Yeah. Honestly, that's the most important thing. I actually my heart breaks to imagine if I just didn't have like a work from home job, because like I look at my cat and like I see my cat's routine. Every single morning he comes to me, he has his playtime, he has his 5 minutes every fucking 3 hours or whatever, and then I imagine
We should have gotten a cat right when we moved in.
nah,
It's been what? No,
maybe now is just the best time. Maybe the best time is just now, not back then, not in the future. Just
that's a
now.
good point.
Yeah. Just get a cat. It's so easy to get.
And if we leave in a few months, we can drop it with you.
Yeah. I mean, seriously, they're just cats. I mean, they want simple shit, and if they really don't like you, if they don't, they'll leave on their own. Like like if they'll figure out a way to get the fuck out of there, and you'll never see them again. Like if they really want out, they'll get out. It's just how cats are. I think cats are good. Cats. I don't know. Like as far as an alchemic practitioner, or as far as like a hermetic tradition enthusiast, I'm just gonna say cats are pretty pivotal in some way that I can't exactly put my finger on, but they help. They help in the journey for a lot of like situations. Also on like a mechanical level, I mean, like we could only see a certain amount of frames per second, but
Yeah.
cats could apparently see just a little bit more. So it's like, they could see something that happens in between the frames of regular vision, that we can't see. That like something like a extra dimensional species could hide in.
So there's a safeguard, much like there's a safeguard from rodents. There's a safeguard from.
Absolutely.
Mm.
Demons, ghosts, negative entities.
What's zoom in, Rich? You hold down Alt and scroll on the hold down Alt and scroll the wheel, or control and scroll the mouse wheel. There you go. Rip.
Enhance.
They put the shooter on suicide watch. Rip.
Enhance.
Oh, that's true. We'll just say Richie Enhance whenever this comes up. So, what was the interest in interviewing me, Chris?
I don't know. I mean,
Just that I'm here all the time, so it's worth getting background information on me.
it's fun. Also, I mean, why not? I don't think we've ever done this before, and enough like of the followers of the podcast would probably be curious about your shit. I mean, I've spoken enough about my shit, So now we're all friends. Now we're all acquainted, truly, and now we're all family.
Yeah.
Now we all know each other. By now, if they're listening on episode 170, I don't know. I mean, I've done this for a few years now, and like I've had people tell me it's like it's not a bad podcast.
Right. I like to. Can I ask a question as the person being interviewed?
Sure.
I'd like to sub in and ask Richie, what do you think is the defining feature of your background and of your life? I'm tagging you in WWE style to this so I can go to the bathroom.
Getting on 4chan at like early age.
How old were you?
14. I just turned 14. It's somewhere from 2010.
And this is like the defining revolutionary moment of your life.
Yeah. I'm still 4chan to this day. I'm like 29.
Yeah.
All right, go pee. I know you have to pee.
I do have to pee. Yeah. I was going to try to hope that someone would expand on this, but I guess not.
Yo, Richie.
Yeah.
Do you surf 4chan ever?
I lurk, yeah.
I do.
So much, yeah.
I do too. Do you like X?
No, I fucking hate X.
Why?
It's just schizo posting. It's just pure schizo posting.
Not all of it though. Some of it's pretty cool. I mean, do you like the YouTube channels where they narrate some of the expos?
Yeah, sometimes.
What are it's Tetsuya, and then the other one is Midnight
Yeah, I got it.
Podcast.
The one guy that's like Japanese murders. That dude.
I mean, all right. So can you go to YouTube real quick and look up Tetsuya's channel?
Yeah.
Pull up Tetsuya. Yeah. I like Tetsuya. It's just sometimes I can't stand his fucking voice. Like I like the stories. I like his earnestness. It's just his voice, man. He's like, "Hello,
Yeah, this guy,
here's
yeah.
Tetsuya. Here's another story, and this is another thing that happened in a time when aliens far away do something."
Yeah, very clickbaity.
Yeah. Just click on any of his videos and like say hello, and
Score up to 60% off at Michael's.
out loud, and this happened very far away. And anyway, here we go.
This happened to me a couple of years back now. I decided to go cave diving with a friend. This was out somewhere near Florida Bay.
This was out.
We are fairly experienced and have been doing this for a while at this point. We were also thrill seekers, unfortunately. We have made a habit of seeking out caves and
All right, stop
caverns
this.
that were partially.
You know who he sounds like? All right,
Who?
look up the ducks and Courage the Cowardly Dog. It's like, what are you doing? I told you not
The what?
to do that. The ducks from Courage the Cowardly Dog. Yeah, this is who Tetsuya sounds like. He's like, what are you doing? I told you not to do that.
Oh, yeah.
No, give me that egg. No, it's not that. Wait, scroll down a bit. I think it was like 3. Yeah, that one. The green ones. The green duck guys.
Yeah.
Besides, we don't lay eggs. We're duck brothers. Stop
Ah, it's,
telling me what
yeah, I
to
can
do.
barely hear it.
Oh, it's
Besides,
muted.
we don't lay
Those are the
eggs.
ducks that- I told you not to do that. Whatever.
This happened to me a couple.
Anyway, look at Midnight Broadcast. That's another good one. Honestly, I would be the best to narrate this. Okay, I think I have a just not grating enough voice to be able to narrate such stories.
Greetings and bienvenue, Midnight Crew. Thank you for returning to this broadcast.
gotta skip. This is just
And
the
what-
intro.
Definitely made things worse and probably killed me too. It was just due to my experience and having done this stuff so many times that I got back at all. I barely remember doing a lot of it, but I know I did on sheer muscle memory. I also wouldn't want to send anyone down there looking for my buddy's body or the creature, especially if they didn't really believe me. They wouldn't stand a chance, and God only knows how many there are in those caves or others. Since that day, I've been thinking about other divers who suddenly seem to go missing, even when with other people relatively close by. The sudden kicking up of sediment attributed to panic and bodies never found.
So I'm gonna pull up a random expose. I don't know. I have no idea what this is about, and this is how I would narrate it. Okay. This was posted on September 15th, 2025, at 11:45 p.m. 05. Sexual energy is the most readily available source of paranormal energy humans can tap into and harness. Even in our biological reality, it seems that more often than not, if there is a source of available energy, something will adapt to surviving off of it, all the way down to the extremophile or whatever life forms. I have personally had an extremely personal encounter with an entity through meditation, although my breakthrough was not an obi. What I've come to realize is without a doubt there are intelligences beyond our perception that survive on available energy we cannot perceive. That we are not mercilessly tormented by these things is a wonder to me. I have been apprehensive in pursuing the void since my experience, at least until I grow more as a person. It's a bit of a white pill because we truly are in dire need of divine intervention to escape technocratic enslavement by diabolical Jew demons. The last bit, that's like the perfect spice at the end. That's like,
I'm tired of forgive me for cucking to Israel. I'm tired of overt anti-Semitism.
no, but exactly. I like that he saved the 4chan anti-Semitism till the very last bit. It's it's like the pinch of salt. I wasn't expecting it. I was like, maybe they're gonna say this whole 4chan story without mentioning Jews, and it's like, oh no, there it is. All right, here's another one. I'll try to read this one better. Don't know if anyone else can relate to this, but I have never experienced anything that affected me spiritually in any significant way. I'm no atheist. I was raised a go-to-church every Sunday Christian, and I recently became Catholic. I have never stopped believing in God or the spiritual world during any of this. In fact, I go further than many of my fellows because I also believe that certain lesser spirits like fairies, elves, and even many of the old pagan gods probably exist. None of this is based on any transcendent experience. It is all purely reasoned and accepted on a solely intellectual level. I have long watched fellows of mine brought to tears simply through prayer or the recounting of an experience, all while I watched, wondering what was missing from me. I can't deny that this has made me somewhat jealous and resentful. It's as if I have a weak soul, or something is jamming the signal, so to speak. The only time I can say that I ever truly feel something transcendent is an appreciation of aesthetic or musical beauty. When I see a beautiful sunset or painting, or hear a lovely piece of music, I feel a tug in my soul that I can only describe as a great longing. I think this is primarily why I was drawn to Catholicism. Material beauty seems to be the only thing I can understand beyond pure intellectual assent. Can anyone else relate to this? Did anyone else recover from being a spiritual NPC? Also, don't know if this is related, but I've also always been resistant to drugs and placebos, even when I believed they would work. If I am undergoing a medical procedure that requires the use of painkillers or numbing agents, I will often require 2 doses. Dude, that is real shit, man. That describes like a lot of real ass fucking people's experiences, man. That is, I wasn't expecting that. Like, fucking A.
What are we looking at on Twitter, Richie?
It's just like a screenshot from Tsuke Hime, which is like a visual novel.
Have you ever played a visual novel? I never have.
I have. I played many. I played a lot of hentai ones. I played a lot of
course you are.
ones. I played a lot of comedy ones. Dude,
tell me about, I've never played a visual novel. Tell me about the experience of playing it.
Okay.
This looks like, by the way, that next one with the sun, what is that? That looks like this looks like a strategy game from 1993.
No, that's just reality, man. This is
maybe AI.
This is Saturn.
No, it looks like an 80s illustration.
This is Saturn keeping us trapped in hell right here. This is our life.
Which novel is like a choose your own adventure, but like it's already a set universe.
Yo, Richie, what's the craziest? Let's start with here. What's the craziest graphic novel you've ever played?
Any visual novel?
Yeah.
I don't think I have one. You?
Yeah. It was a very perverted one. But at first, when I was like a teenager, I thought this was like I thought I was getting into something like super sexual and naughty. But then, like, when I played it, I was like, this is very deep, and it destroyed me emotionally, and I wasn't ready for it.
What was it?
It was called Kana.
I think I've heard of it, yeah.
So it was about a boy who falls in love with his adopted sister, but his adopted sister was, like, very sickly. Like, she could have died at any minute. So his whole life, his whole adolescent and teenage life was defined by taking care of his adopted sister, who he was also secretly in love with. And he didn't know how to deal with it because he was a horny teenager. It was very awkward. Like, how do you fall in love with your sister that's gay, but it's also like she's adopted, so it's also not all that bad, but still very bad. And like, you know, they had that. And like, I was like, oh yeah, stepsister porn, great. Haha. No, this was like, this could destroy you because the multiple endings go like, she dies. And you have to like, and there's also like, there's other girls. Like, you could easily live out the path where you have a normal girlfriend relationship, but you still also have these hangups, and it just, you know, it's not bad, but it's not perfect, and none of the endings are perfect. Like, they're all, it's just like real life. You're like, oh, this is bittersweet. That's how I should describe it. It was perfect to me because it was bittersweet, and I never experienced like bittersweet narrative video game media like that before. And for me to experience that as a teen / adolescent, where there was like sexual and adult themes involved, it was very crazy. This is probably how like 12-year-olds in the 90s felt watching like French films, you know?
I think it's a few years older, like 16 or at 90s. It would have been college age unless they had.
I don't doubt your expertise on that, like the actual.
I was watching those movies when I was 12, 14, but I was in the aughts, and also I had. But at least like upper middle class cultural taste parents.
I just want to say, you could call me an absolute pervert for even going through that whole thing. I don't care, because like, you're right. At first, I was going through it for perverted reasons as a horny teenager, but seeing it through to the end, I was like, it broke me in a lot of ways. I was like, this is too much, you know, like, but it was worth it. If I had the chance to do it all over again, I probably would. I was like, this is crazy. Like, I couldn't even jerk off to the fucking, you know, the scenes. I was like, this is too crazy. Like, I gotta see what happens, you know. I was too emotionally invested. And you know, this is I moved on to that because like, I wasn't like jerking off to porn videos at 13. I was like looking at like dirty fan fiction. You know, I was like, I don't know why I was into that more. It was more dynamic. You know, I was like, this is crazy shit, because like, I couldn't believe it. Like, people were coming up with this shit. It taught me how to write, honestly. Like, yeah, I read a lot of books from like, you know, prolific authors, but the fan fiction is what gave me like confidence, you know, to like share written word. I was like, yo, if these guys could write like so eloquently about like fucking Edward Cullen fucking Pikachu, I'm like, I could you know, I could do whatever. Like, come on, like, I'm not that fucked up. Like, I could say what I have to say without doing that, and they could do it masterfully, you know. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I do, yes.
You never got into fan fiction, did you?
No, I never did. I always found it terrible. I was always confounded by it because the prose was so awful.
I agree. Like I shouldn't say 9 times out of 10. 7 times out of 10, the fan fiction I would read, I'll be like, this is fucking crap. Like, this is just so you could get your like illiterate smut out. But like, sometimes, every once in a while, you would get like, you would read a fan fiction so good, you would read you would click on the profile of the person who wrote it just so you could see their other shit. You're like, all right, this person knows what they're fucking. In fact, it's weird that they're doing it. You're like, you read something so good, you're like, why are you doing this? Like, why are you writing like Final Fantasy VIII smut fics? Like, this is beneath you, dude. Like, this is weird, you know? And it makes me wonder, like, why are they doing it? You know, like.
Yeah, this kind of AI image.
No, but this is back in like 2000, I don't know, 2008, 2007, 2006.
Yes, no, I know. I'm looking at the image that Richie has pulled up on the screen. The Giga Chad motioning over the world. It resembles like a cutscene in a 90s RTS.
Yeah, it does.
But it's a lot smoother because it's at higher resolution.
You know, are you an AI hater?
No, I think there's something very visually beautiful about AI.
No, what about writing?
I actually, it has a very particular style. It's very noticeable. It's going to lead to a general decline, but yes.
Personally, I don't mind it, because for me, I'm a person, like, no matter what, I don't care. I'll write. So it's like, the more people.
I think it's good for certain things. I bet it's probably great. Oh, wow. I think it's probably great if you're running a D&D game or something.
No, for me, it sets the bar so low that it becomes a lot easier for an idiot like me to stand out with sincere writing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, since like so many people, first of all, if you offer a tool like this, less and less people are going to be inclined to write like an idiot, to write sincerely, authentically, with their true writer's voice. You know, the writing space is gonna be nothing but a bunch of people that are gonna be so sterilely exact with their writing and grammar, they're gonna sound like boring textbooks versus people who are just gonna like use prompts and like AI output and like copy paste that. It's gonna be a lot easier to stand out as a person who authentically writes. And I'm not saying you have to write like an idiot. I'm just saying like to write just from the heart, just honestly, is going to make you stick out more. Like you said, it's very obvious, right? When an AI writes something from a prompt, but you could tell, you personally can tell, but that means you can also personally tell when a person is really writing something. It could be the stupidest fucking thing, but you're so impressed because you're like, this is all schizo rambling, but the fact that it's like typed by your hands and written from the heart, it's like, this is real.
A lot of people I know from Twitter, when they write long form things, the writing is very adolescent, kind of milquetoast.
Do you think my writing is adolescent milquetoast?
I haven't seen enough of your long form.
I should make a long form post.
Mm-hmm. As should I. I'm aware. Yes.
I like how you knew I was going to say that before.
Yeah, you're correct in saying it. Yes.
But I should do it. Yeah, for sure. What should I write about? What would you pick a topic for me, and I'll pick a topic for you. You know what? Let's start with this. You write about me, and I'll write about you.
Okay. Yes.
All we got to do is fill out the 5 W's: who, what, where, when, why. Like, who are we writing about? Why are we writing about them? Where are they from? When are they from? What do they mean to us? That's it. Fill out the 5 W's, and that's plenty of content. Honestly, if you're doing videos, if you're doing essays, if you're doing articles, if you fill the 5 W's, you have a full content. I hope you remember this. Like, if I die tragically, like tomorrow.
Who, what, where, why?
Yeah. If I die tragically tomorrow and there was one thing that you remember Chris ever told you, I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's about music, martial arts, or podcasting, or editing, whatever the fuck. I hope the only thing you take from what I've ever told you, if I died suddenly, was the 5 W's. Who, what, where, when, why. Nothing matters more than that when it comes to being creative, when it comes to making music, when it comes to selling something, when it comes to writing an article, when it comes to investigating, when it comes to representing, when it comes to loving. The 5 W's are essential in all aspects of intellectual engagement. And you know I'm holistic. So I'm talking about just 1/3 of the life experience, but that 1/3 is very, very important. I venerate the mental aspect of life very much. If life is just mental, spiritual, and physical, I really cannot understate the importance of the mental aspect because it's so enriching, right? It's so fun, so engaging. In fact, I think the mental aspect of life is what makes it like what would you call like an 8-block Rubik's Cube, you know, and like 8 by 8 by 8, you know, like I feel like it's like that, you know?
Isn't it 9 by 9?
Maybe it is more so 9 than 8.
With a Rubik's Cube because it's like...
No, yeah, I know what you mean. Like, I mean, imagine like, that's a Rubik's Cube, but if a Rubik's Cube were to represent life, it would be like not just like 3 by 3, but it would be like fucking.
I see.
Yeah.
Right,
It would be something crazy where you know, something as simple as a solid color platform could be as complicated as like trying to get thousands of interpretations right. Anyway, Carmen, back to you.
Okay, go ahead.
So you lost your virginity at 20 years old.
Right.
How old do you think? Because you could say in a lot of ways that's when you were truly born as like an engaged human.
No, it was a few years later. It was like 23 when I was.
Because that's when you first fell in love.
I wasn't even in love. That's the first time I was in a relationship. The first time I had friends in real life. First time I was outgoing in any way.
So it's the first time you fell in love with life.
Yes, that's a good way of putting it. Yes.
All right.
So that was 23. I had said sex once at 20, found it unpleasant, and then didn't do it again for 3 years.
So let's say you knew you were going to die next week.
Mhm.
What would you do before then? Like if you were gonna die 7 days from now, like by next Monday you'd be dead. What would you do until then, if you knew that?
I would try to see as many people I know as possible. Run through, see every single friend I could see.
Same. I'll probably do the same. You know what else I'd do?
What?
I'd try all the drugs I was afraid to do. I'll try heroin.
Yeah, I would do heroin too.
Because I have to. Like, if I knew you were going to give me a time... Because, like, heroin is...
It's fun. My dad said to me if he was in the hospital on his deathbed, he wanted to try heroin.
I mean, sometimes, like, inconvenience pops up and you might not get the chance. It's fine. It's just like, oh, I didn't get to get the fire hydrant lady stripper at my bachelor party. Oh, well. I get it. So no big deal if you miss out on that on your deathbed. I get it. I'm not saying, but if I had the opportunity, yeah, I would definitely do heroin right before I died, of an illness or something. I'll be like, yeah, give me the fucking shot. Give me a hot ass shot, man. I don't want no fentanyl.
That's what my dad said, huh?
I'll be like, I don't want no fentanyl. I want some black ass tar, man. I want some good shit. Wouldn't you?
Yes,
because
I would.
It's the forbidden fruit. The
Yeah.
only reason why we don't do it because it would be the end of our lives. But if the end of our life is
We
presented,
did it, yeah.
I still want to try opium though. Like regardless of death or not, like I still want to try opium.
I guess snorting hair. I think the normal thing. A lot of people I know have snorted heroin once and never shot it up. Do you have the same experience? People that have only done heroin once, they're always like, I snorted it
Well, I
once.
snorted it, but I don't count that as like doing heroin.
I've never snorted it.
Never.
Never. I'm even more extreme than you, but I have the same philosophy of. I was told by my dad. This is like I keep coming back to it, but that was his drug advice: was never try heroin, but I would try it if I was on my deathbed.
Shit. I mean, because it's logically sound.
Mhm.
That kind of that reasoning because it's the best drug apparently in the world. Like there's apparently
Yeah.
nothing beats it. Apparently it's the best thing. But however, that's a kiss of death.
Yeah.
It's like the minute you try it, you forfeit your soul.
Yeah.
It truly is like the greatest woman of all time. Like, the metaphysical woman. It's like
Very true. Damn. Yeah.
it's like the best blowjob you've ever had, and you're
Yeah.
willing to like steal from your mother's purse just to get it again because you love her so much. It's like it's that good. Like, and you have a fucked up relationship where she hates you, but she loves you too. She's like, "Come on, Carmen, let's go for another little toss." And you're like, you just got to reach into your mom's purse again and take a little bit of that cash. And you're like, but I did that last time and I did that yesterday. Yeah, but you could do it again. I mean, she's going to get another check next month. And suddenly you start calculating life in the worst way. You're like, she gets the disability checks every month. And then I get my disability checks.
I
and
have a
unemployment-
friend. You met him, the older guy, Nathan.
There's a lot of people. I know a lot of people like that. Yeah.
No. Older guy. You met him once at my house. He's a friend
not-
of mine
I'm sure
back
he's
in
not a
Boston.
heroin. Yeah.
No, he always took the stance that he really hated cokeheads more than junkies.
They're all bad because like,
Yeah, I always felt like, I don't know, man, like heroin always seems worse to me. It's like, no. Like the insanity of dealing with a cokehead is much worse. Junkies mostly just destroy themselves.
yeah, cokeheads destroy other people for sure.
I'm sure he had a bad experience with a cokehead in the past.
I've had bad experiences
Multiple
with all
ones.
of it. I've had bad experiences with cokeheads.
I know,
meth
and
heads,
heroin, yeah, fantastic.
Meth heads were the scariest because meth heads
I
end
never
up.
met a meth head. I mean, I've met a meth head, but he was in recovery. Well, he wasn't using, but he was like a schizophrenic homeless guy. I met in a
All right,
mental hospital. Go
So
on.
there's real meth heads. Yeah, you're right. Like meth heads who smoke the crystal. They're bad to be around for sure. But it's like they're like being around crackheads.
Yeah.
But the scariest meth heads are like Adderall people. Because I classify them as technically.
No, they are meth heads, yeah.
But the problem with them is they're not like regular meth heads where meth heads live in trailers and don't have anything. Whereas Adderall heads have like resources. They have networks. They
And
have
they're
like
smarter.
yeah. And they're more accepted by society. They're
Yeah.
more integrated. They're more influential over your well-being because your boss is probably a fucking Adderall user or something. I don't know. Like my boss was, multiple bosses of mine were, and like, yo, it's serious. Like your bosses are technically meth heads. And if they make your life difficult, you may think it's difficult, but to them, they're just because they're on fucking meth. You know, like they might just be like, "Yeah, this is normal for me." You know, so it should be normal for you too. Just get some Adderall, bro. Like, what do you mean? You don't pop your meth pills. Like, come on. So yeah, that's why meth heads are bad. But yeah, heroin addicts, man. That's some real dark shit because I could deal with a person who tries to destroy me or destroy people around them. But to deal with a person who's like hell bent on destroying themselves, that's extra frustrating. It's like, yeah, I could fight you if you try to destroy me or other people, and I could smack you down and like make you see make you come to your senses. But when you're just sitting there hitting yourself and punching yourself, it's extra frustrating to me because I'm like, what do I do? You know, I can't do anything. I can't force you to like respect yourself. Like, I can't. It's hard. And it's more frustrating and it's darker. Because when you're the kind of person who like destroys yourself like that, you end up somehow doing more damage to your surroundings than people who just try to destroy others, you know? Yeah. People who externalize their pain, it's like it's obvious. Everyone like puts their guard up around them.
Yeah.
But people who just destroy themselves, they're the ones that end up sucking everyone else in, you know?
Very true. Yeah, they draw people in, whereas someone who's externalizing it just pushes everyone away.
Yeah, and I could deal with that. You know, I could work with that. Whereas if you're a person who's like destroying yourself and I end up caring about you and I'm like, stop doing this. Your porn addiction is getting crazy. Like you have 6 screens and each one is a different porn video. I've seen that before, by the way.
Damn.
I've literally
I've heard of it. I've never seen it.
I mean, what was bad is like I couldn't talk about it because first of all, they were my drug dealer, and they treated it like nothing was off. Like
interesting. Like you come over to buy weed or LSD, cocaine, and he's just gooning. You come in to buy.
He wasn't gooning, but he did have the porn playing in like mad screens, and there was like people in the room, and there was music playing. It wasn't like just like just porn. It was a vibe, quote unquote. But still, it was too fucked up because I knew whether people were there or not, he would still have like 6 screens of porn up, and I'm like. We might look at this in this situation like it's all cool and chilling and aesthetic and a vibe, but this can't be good for you. I mean, it looked cool. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm not so horrified by it where I didn't understand the aesthetic. Like, you know, I'm like, this. I mean, this is pretty crazy. It looks cool, but it can't be good for you, man. Like, you can't do that. Like, that's not good for you. Like imagine like the minute you wake up, you open your eyes in your bedroom, you see like a full splash screen setting of like just like a black dick going in a teenage white girl's pussy. You're like, what the fuck, man? You gotta chill with this shit.
What's the race of your drug dealer?
Puerto Rican.
Okay.
Queens. Puerto Rican Queens.
Okay.
Because I feel like there's a difference between being Puerto Rican, but Puerto Rican Queens is like a specific.
As opposed to Puerto Rican Bronx or Puerto Rican moved here in adulthood.
Or Puerto Rican anywhere else, but Puerto Rican Queens. Like,
what's the defining feature of Puerto Rican Queens?
You're too close to Asians.
Really?
So you're like a little weird hybrid. And blacks too.
Yeah.
But the blacks are already like integrated also with the Asians and the Hispanics. And Queens is weird. I like Queens though. I don't think it's bad. I think it's
like
great.
Queens a lot. It feels like the best.
You should settle in Queens. I mean, if you had a child in Queens, you would have another me.
Yeah, I would want a child in Queens.
Yeah. Have him born in Flushing Hospital, you know, just like me. Mm-hmm. He'll have a rough time growing up in the early years, but you know, after learning the nobility of the Queen's cat, he'll be like, I get it. Queens is good. Queens is a really. I mean, coming to America, that scene was so good. It's like. Where must I go to find a Queens in America? And it's like, Queens. You know, I was like,
yeah.
That's such a good movie.
It is great. I love that movie.
I fucking love that movie too, man. Mm-hmm. Especially as a Queens native. I'm like, that's... But where are we going to find the Queen? And then he looks at the map and he's like, Queens. Saying, please give me the most humble room you have. I gotta watch that movie again.
I do too. Yeah.
It's a good. It's good for the soul. That's a soul movie.
Yeah.
All right, we'll smoke one more spliff and then we'll tie it off. But all right, this is a good last question. What does the movie Coming to America mean to you?
Watched it as a boy. I was very fond of it, of its depiction of everyone coming to America, of the immigrant story here, of someone coming from a rich background and going and being a humble, respectful, good American, very pro-social. It's one of many movies that the grunginess of New York delighted me as a boy. Same thing with like Ghostbusters, or obviously more fanciful Sam Raimi's Spider-Man.
You know what's so crazy?
What? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I want to live in New York since I was a small boy. Gargoyles. Go on.
I was a little kid when I watched that movie. What struck me about that movie is, like, my dad and my aunts and my uncles were all watching that movie with me.
Yeah.
And I was a little kid, and I rode the subways by then with them. And the subways did not look like that. All right,
the subways are way more 1970s subways in that movie.
No. I mean, the change happened like overnight. I think it was with Giuliani.
It was Giuliani, yeah.
That like non-graffiti subway station with like the clean. I mean, even without graffiti, it's still dirty as fuck. I get that, but it was worse. It was like Detroit level shit. You know, like. I don't mean to sound like disparaging to Detroit or Chicago, but I mean it was
yeah,
like,
I know what you mean.
It was like Fallout shit, you know? And they somehow overnight just fixed it. So it's like if you watch Coming to America and you see those subway carts, you might think, what the fuck? That looks like hell.
Well, 70s and 80s in New York was hell, and then in the 90s it turned around very abruptly.
You know what's fucked up though?
What?
I think whether Carmen, like you as a person came here in like 2008 or 2028 or 2020 or 1980, I think you would have still like loved it. I think you would have been like, I'm just happy to be here. Like even in the 80s, like with all the graffiti and the AIDS and the heroin, you would have been like, I'm really happy to be here. And even if you were around in the 20s, you're like, right, old chap, I'd just like to say I'm happy to be in New York City.
Yeah.
I think you would have been happy here, like
no matter when I went to New York, I would have loved it.
Yeah. Like whether it was the 20s, whether it was
New
the
York,
80s,
it's like
you would have loved it. You would have been like, I'm super glad I moved here from Boston. Like
that's true because I wanted to move here a decade before I did. I visited New York when I was 20. I was like, I love it here.
It would have been awesome for you either way, no matter what. Like like imagine, like let's go all the way back to say like 1920s.
Yeah,
as like in the any year in the 20s, you would have been like moving here. You would have been like, this is great.
Yeah.
30s, same. 40s, same. 50s, same. Like as the age you moved here, you would have loved it all every single decade. I mean, you would have loved some decades more, but I think you would have truly enjoyed it every decade. In fact, if you got to experience New York City in every decade, you would think that like, oh, I used to think that I would have loved the 20s more than 30s, but now that I've actually like lived the same age through the 30s and the 20s, I like the 30s more. And then we would never know why, because historically you should like the 20s more. But then for some reason living
every era in it, I would have found something to appreciate.
Just like 50 years later, they might think like, oh no, like 2025 was the best shit, and then we were like, no. 2035 is the best shit. You don't know. But no, it would be more like actually, I don't know. You can't say anything was good after like 2000 because of 9/11. It kind of really
I don't know. I mean, wasn't there a huge urban revival in like during Obama administration, one in particular? But aughts in general, 2000. Oh, under Bloomberg, right? So, like, even after 9/11, like, what, 2004 or whatever, everything was cheery in New York, right?
I hate to admit it, but yeah, you're right. I mean, it's true.
It's like Bloomberg's administration really was a gold. Sounds like a golden era. I wish I lived through it.
Dude, Bloomberg's era was pretty good. Bloomberg's era, what years were that again?
Was
Okay,
it like
okay, all right.
2002?
No, I remember. All right, yeah, I remember.
Wait,
What
tell
real-
me. I don't know. I'm
What
guessing.
really saved those eras, honestly, this is gonna sound embarrassing and not true, but really saved those that era like post
9/11.
post 9/11. What really saved it was the Lord of the Rings movies and the Harry Potter movies.
Ooh, interesting. Go on.
Like everyone was really depressed because of the whole war in
Yeah.
Afghanistan and Iraq, but like honestly, if there was one thing we could all
He's
admit,
for 3 terms. He was mayor from 2002 to 2013. Is when Michael Bloomberg was mayor. Ran as a mayor as a Republican.
all right. So the Afghanistan war, you remember that time, right?
Yes, I do.
But do you remember that time with like a lot of darkness and like emotional heaviness? No, right?
No, not really. I was
And
also
do you
a
remember-
teenager and everything. You know, it's weird because 9/11, it seemed like everything was going to get dark and desperate.
But do you
and then
remember
instead it was just a war being fought over there and everything was chill here. for the
Yeah, and
most
you
part.
remember like the Lord of the Rings movies?
Yeah,
coming
I
out?
do. Yeah.
And the Harry Potter movies?
Yeah.
You do know that those 2 movie series specifically are what destroyed the movie theater industry as we know it.
Yeah. So we lived through a height of blockbusters.
And we lived through the birth of gaming. Like
Yeah.
the gaming industry, not gaming in general, just the gaming industry. I was not there
Yeah,
for the
you're right.
first-
Millennials probably are the most affected because we grew up with video games, undersaw a change in all these economic ways. It become an identity, it become a way of making money or a lifestyle.
But I think the real point, that's for us economically, like within the scale of our own generation, which you're absolutely right about.
Yeah.
But I think like if you were to look like 1,000 years into the future and look back, I think what we should really look at is the consistent thread that's going to be, it was about the state of play. It was about how much we got to afford ourselves to be able to play. Whether you played like, a child and I just want to play my little video games, or whether you played like a big boy and it's like, I want to bet on these Squid Games on real poor people's lives and these like battle to the deaths. It was about, you were only able to truly discover yourselves in a state of play, whether from a child to adult.
Yeah.
So that's what I want us to really cultivate and preserve so we don't have to resort to really fucked up and dark ways to express states of play by doing Squid Game shit. I do not think that we should resort to like making poor people and the most disenfranchised people of humanity like fight to the death for our entertainment because they have nothing else to lose and they can make a lot of money.
That feels like a very Chinese thing to do. Much like how crush porn exists in
agree.
China but nowhere else. I think Squid Games might be more East Asian relevant than
I think
the
it's also
Western world.
Baltic. I think it's very Baltic or like very like that kind of semi-Slavic or whatever European. Southern Slavic European where they're like, I think that
Balkans,
I think that's the perfect fertile ground to try this kind of thing. Where it's like, yeah, you just put this headset on as a hot young woman and we can control your body for whatever amount of time you get paid. I think that's who I'm more worried about. Because they have the most beautiful women and they're so disenfranchised and they're so fucked up politically and economically. I'm like, they're the biggest victim. In fact, when we talk about like sex trafficking victims and child sex trafficking with teenage girls and shit, I think a lot of them come from countries like there, like in that region. Think about it. It's like I want like if you're a billionaire who's like a pedophile predator, you're like, where do I get my white?
Who better
collar?
than an Albanian? Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a Ukrainian or some Slavic. Yeah.
Like I can't get away with stealing them from Canada or Britain.
And they're
or-
so hideous in Britain. Or they're already all the British white girls are already being raped by Pakistani grooming gangs anyway.
That's true.
Yeah.
So they have to harvest them from the most more rural areas of white country in Europe. But this is what I'm saying, and this is why like I have trouble with like people who are too overtly like locked into their I want to say metaphysical moral doctrine, or maybe they're just I just want to say they're too religious, whether they're too Muslim, too Christian, too Jewish, where they're very good at pointing out evil, but they're unable to step into the minds of the evil people. They dehumanize who they deem to be sinful. I don't think you should ever do that. Whether you're religious, whether you're a person in government, or whether you're a person in law enforcement or whoever, you should never dehumanize the enemy. Even if you're in war, like you should never dehumanize your oppressors. Like you should, because the minute you dehumanize them is when you start cucking yourself in battle. Like you can't dehumanize your nemesis, otherwise you stop being able to get in their heads because you're a human and they're a human. If you dehumanize your political enemies, you can't get into their heads and you can't beat them.
One has to maintain an understanding of the connectedness of all humanity. Yes.
I mean, I'm not saying like you don't have to go to war, and I'm not saying you shouldn't try to destroy people who you feel deserve to be destroyed. I'm just saying like it's easier to destroy people if you understand that we're all human. And maybe ironically that
you can
makes
understand each other better, and you can better get into their head and fight them. Yes.
But ironically that makes you less wanting to fucking, fuck with them, because the more you get to know a person, the more alike you realize.
You realize you are. So, do you have any closing questions for me, Chris, of your interview, which I appreciate as a format to keep it moving forward?
All right, yeah. Are you afraid of heights?
No.
Like heights?
I'm okay. I get a little bit queasy, but I can handle it okay.
Me too. I also like heights. I can handle it.
If I see other people up there, then I'm not scared.
Yeah.
I can go. I've been up on rooftops. I enjoy it a lot.
All right. If you found out by some divine bureaucratic error that couldn't be avoided, that you were going to hell, and it was a mistake. You knew you didn't do anything wrong to belong there. It was just a mistake on heaven and hell's bureaucratic system's part, and you were going to hell knowing you didn't deserve it. What would you do?
Oh, the exact same things I already do.
I like that answer. Basically exactly what you're doing now.
Yes, exactly. I don't see how I'd be able to change anything. It seems like it was the warranted reward or treatment for my behavior.
What would you do if you went to heaven and you hated it? Like there was no Mozart, there was no Ridley Scott, there was no who's the guy that made that movie, Space Odyssey?
Stanley Kubrick.
Yeah, there was no Stanley Kubrick in heaven. There was no
That's fine. I will stick it out anyway.
there was no Ozzy Osbourne in heaven.
That's fine. If I was sent there, that's where I was meant to be sent. If I was
There
sent
was
to
no
hell,
Natalie Portman in heaven.
if I was sent to hell, that's fine too. That's where I was meant to be sent.
But what if you went to heaven and you realized there was no Princess Diana wasn't there?
I wouldn't care about that one.
All right. What if you went to heaven and... All right, who do you absolutely expect to see in heaven?
I'm not sure it would be that kind of experience. I assume it's some kind of rejoining with God or the oneness.
Honestly,
of
you're right.
all
It's like what
people.
dreams...
It's not like I'm walking around up there with angel wings on.
You're right. Did you ever see the movie What Dreams May Come?
Yes.
That's such a good fucking movie.
Yeah.
Fuck. I love that movie. It's probably one of Robin Williams' best movies of all time. In fact, I think Robin Williams might be one of the best actors of all fucking time. I know it's a very bold statement to make, but...
Crazy he killed himself because he lost a Warhammer 40K tournament.
Yo, Rich, you got any beer in your bottle?
Yeah.
Can I get some of it? I'm just gonna take one sip and I'll give it back because I gotta wash out this fucking joint mouth. All right. So what were you saying about Robin Williams? You said
I was bullshitting about him committing suicide because he lost a Warhammer 40K tournament.
Oh, yeah.
He was into it, but I don't know if he ever played or if he ever went to actual tournaments. He's just generally depressed when he killed himself. Maybe he had some other. I forgot if he had some other. He had some terminal illness. Oh, he had a terminal illness. Then yeah, yeah.
Robin Williams. He warhammered across the room 40,000ly.
Yeah.
I mean, and it feels like too much at the same time, not enough about his death was released. What did they say? He was naked and he was jerking off and autoerotic asphyxiating?
No, that was David Carradine.
It wasn't
The
Robin
actor.
Williams?
No, Robin Williams was like a deliberate suicide because he had a terminal illness.
So he just hung himself.
Yeah.
Was he naked?
No.
You're getting a call. I want you to answer it on the mic.
Oops. Okay.
Who is it?
Oh my girlfriend.
Ugh.
Sorry.
Carmen's right now answering a call from his girlfriend. Oh, she's probably locked out. Damn. Carmen lives with a girl now. Richie, Carmen lives with a girl now.
I know, we were together.
How do you think you could live with a girl?
Yeah.
Like if it was just you and her?
What's up?
Like if it was just you and a girl, do you think you
Yeah,
could?
it'd be fun.
Would you be like Jason Bourne and Marie?
No, yeah.
Would you be like Lolita and that older guy?
Sure, yeah. Humbert, yeah.
Would you be like Pocahontas and John Smith?
No.
Would you be like The Last Samurai, Tom Cruise and the Japanese bitch?
Yeah. It's like alcohol one day.
Would you be like Replacement Killer with the white bitch, the Chinese guy? Would you be like Jackie Chan and Jennifer Love Hewitt in the tuxedo? Would you be would you be like Eddie Murphy and that Chinese bitch in The Golden Child?
Oh, that film.
It's a good film. You ever see the movie? You like The Golden Child, don't you?
Yeah.
It's a good fucking movie. Do you like did you ever see oh fuck, what was I just talking about? There was a movie. Alright, whatever. I'll think of a different movie. Oh, did you see the Jackie Chan movie Twin Dragons?
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
I think that was a movie where they like doubled Jackie Chan times two.
It's funny. He's doing whatever he wants, basically.
You ever see Mark Wahlberg where he plays like a metal, like a glam metal singer, like Steel? I think it was Steel Dragon. How much? All right, you got to get on the mic now. Come on, get on the mic. Come on, get on. All right, Richie. Who's your favorite guitarist
Ever?
right now?
Too hard, man. Kevin Shields.
No, I feel that. Honestly, you want to hear something gay?
Yeah.
You know who my favorite guitarist is right now? John Mayer. I didn't know
he's
he could,
good. He's not,
I didn't know he could rip so hard on the blues, man. He's so good.
no, he's good. I mean, I'm not a fan, but he's good.
Yeah. Before that, during like 2024, 2023, I was really I went through an Eric Clapton phase.
That happened. Yeah, the classic
It's
guys
fucking
rule.
sick, yeah.
Yeah, Robert Fripp.
I was doing a lot of coke. I was drinking a lot of scotch,
Nice.
and I was listening to a lot of Clapton.
Nice.
And you know what else I did? I drank a lot of scotch. I did some coke, and I listened to a lot of churches, like synth pop, 80s style synth pop.
Yeah, okay.
It's a good vibe.
Like Asian Baloo, he's really fucking good.
Yeah.
Yeah, all these prog guys are fucking fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just I'm kind of over music. Like, I mean,
I don't blame you given this time period.
I appreciate it. It's just, I mean, if you're not trying to like get bitches with music, then you're just trying to like jerk off with math, and it's like it's okay. Both are good. I'm not knocking it.
It's just having fun, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not knocking it either way, but I guess the most heartbreaking part is realizing it's not that serious.
Yeah, it's just a fun, very expensive hobby. That's
It's
all.
not that serious, yeah. Which is also liberating to know. Music is really not that serious.
Yeah. I'd say it's like any hobby ever. It's just for fun.
But isn't that what life is all about?
Yeah. Fulfillment.
Life is all about fun. So in a sense, music is life, I guess.
Yeah, in a sense. Yeah. What's having hobbies is life. Yeah.
Art is life. What's your favorite form of art? Because there's a lot of forms of art.
It really is just music.
I can't pick a favorite form of art, man. It's like there's so many good forms of art. What do you think is the ultimate form of art?
It's gonna be music for me, always.
You know what I think it is?
But
I hate it, but it's true. It's war.
yeah.
War is the ultimate art.
Yeah. Okay. That's like it's not unreasonable. Really fine. I mean, it's rise forward technology constantly.
It drives forward everything. It drives forward poetry. It drives forward art. It drives forward history. It drives forward stories. It drives forward technology, industry. War requires every medium and element you can think of, down to the fabric of time and space.
Right.
War uses every element. And what's at stake? What's on the line? Everything.
Yeah. I mean, some wars like pointless. They don't solve anything.
War is the ultimate art awaiting the ultimate practitioner. And that's always going to be man. Wherever man goes, war will follow.
Yeah, I mean, like World War I didn't do much. I think things got worse afterwards.
There's only one art, I think, that can rival war. Do you know what it is?
It's
Love.
yeah.
Love is the only art form that can rival war.
Go on.
No, I mean, think about it. Am I wrong?
No. Just expand on it more.
Okay, so love is just as complex, just as deep, because to successfully wage war and successfully wage love, you have to have a profound understanding of the self. For example, when it comes to an engagement with two relatively equal forces, who do you think is going to win? Like between two commanders, like who are relatively of equal experience, like who do you think is going to really win?
The more trickier of the duo, more scheming of the duo.
Nah, man, it's the more honest with himself he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because if you know, like if I was fighting you, like if we were commanders in a equal engagement and like leading armies, I would be like, the stupid me would be like, I would think Richie would fight honorably as an honorable soldier of war and blah 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 blah. Meanwhile, the smart me would be like, nah, Richie's just a human like me, and he just wants to live, and he just wants to go home and fuck and eat and drink just like the rest of us. So I gotta like exploit that. I gotta go after his family. You know, I gotta go after his wife, his kids, his home life. I gotta destroy his harbor. You know, like that's how you win. That's how you use empathy. You know, for destructive purposes. For example, like
I mean, a lot of people are pretty neutral. I mean, pretty like more fiercely imagined. Like, oh, who cares? I'll make more kids.
But I mean, if you really did have to go to war with someone, like if someone really was trying to threaten your way of life and threaten your entire home and all that, the only way to defeat an enemy like that is to identify with them.
Yeah.
Because you have all these people that are like, oh, they're not even human. They're nothing like us. They're nothing like me. It's like the minute you start thinking like that about your enemy is the minute you become vulnerable.
Yeah, you have to like model their own mind, yeah. Your own head. How they might think about like fighting you.
You know what my favorite example of that is?
What's that?
The detective. Like the good detective knows how to get into the mind.
Yeah, I could think of how a criminal would act.
And it's not to be thought of lightly. Like that's sacrificing a piece of your soul. Like I'm not just a pure person, individual who's Chris Kim who fights. No, I am also a part of me has a connection with this rapist, this murderer, this terrorist. Like
Get inside their head, yeah.
Yeah. To get inside their head, you have to recognize that you're connected to every single person in the world, whether they're your mother, your father, a saint, or whether they're a pedophile, a rapist, a molester, You're all of these people. That's the only way to do your job.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Can you handle that?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I think we can. You know what I think? I think as in the modern world, there's more and more people who could handle that. Like it's becoming easier for us as a species.
I mean, a lot of people are desensitized now to violence, obviously. I've seen the past couple of days, people are pretty desensitized to violence.
I mean, I don't think desensitization is all bad, is what I'm saying. I think it's
pretty normal for the most part. I mean, like, most places out of history is pretty violent, relatively speaking, compared to like modern places.
also, even before we had countries being that we could judge as violent, like we still saw them and we were like, dude, you're still doing shit. We're still slaughtering animals. We're still being cruel to living things. Anyway, we could wrap this episode up. Yeah, how was the steak though?
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That sauce is very nice. Blue cheese sauce.
Blue cheese sauce. We still got more blue cheese sauce.
We have a ton of it.
You got to take it with you this time because you keep forgetting the fucking.
We get drunk so we forget. Yeah,
we get drunk. Not this time. Anyway, good night, everybody.
Good night.